did that tickle you so much? Why did that of all things tickle you?
It's that, but like the I'm imagining soot, but with like the reverberation. And also, I'm looking at the Tabaxi charismatic spray. So I'm imagining that cat saying soot with the reverberation and casting charismatic spray at the same time. It's really funny to me.
So something more like soot.
Yes.
Now you just need that, and then a really scuffed picture of Sato's face. The word.
Well, this is a very interesting intro to our lovely session today. Hello, ladies and gentlemen.
Hello.
How are you
Hey, what
doing? I am Trisky, otherwise Gizmek, and I am joined here by Holtz, Yosef,
Yo.
Malachi, Sator, and
Hello.
the governor, Zach.
Alright,
You have
I
to
have
say
to,
my
Malachi
name
is
while I was
currently eating
drinking.
chicken, so he's not
Yeah.
currently with us.
I
Yeah.
need
With the
to,
chicken.
I now need to paint Sator in MS Paint.
It's not cooked chicken. He's
Badly.
literally just tearing the throat out of a
Yeah,
live
he's
chicken.
found a
Yeah.
chicken. Is
He,
tearing
he,
it limb
he
from
is
limb.
having some paste.
Yeah, he's just found a chicken and is ripping it to pieces to
No,
devour
he's
it whole.
having some paste. Some chicken paste.
You guys have actual chicken.
I know.
And sometimes we like to eat like the commoners.
Yeah.
Said Holtz
You
never in
grab the
character.
chicken. You grab the chicken that has an X somewhere in it, but I'm not entirely sure where. Just rip it to pieces.
It's just a chicken made entirely of chicken paste.
Yep.
Just like sculpted out of chicken paste.
It's made with real chicken and other
damn it.
ingredients.
But yeah,
Just 1% real chicken.
this is Rogue Trader. This is our Rogue Trader campaign, and we will eventually actually play video games.
Yeah,
But
eventually.
Yeah.
for now,
Patreon.
let's do a quick summary. No, I wasn't actually gonna show Patreon. Shut the fuck up. For once, shut the fuck up. Broke it already. Fucking hell. Alright, yeah, we are going to summarize last session real quick. Basically, the gist that you need to know is that last session we arrived. Well, the session before last we arrived on Blink. Last session we remained on Blink, and this session we're still on Blink. Blink being a pleasure planet in this local sector. And right now, Gizmek and Yosef are off doing bounty hunting missions on Blink. The two probably least charismatic. I don't know what your fellowship is, but I don't think that's our specialty. Meanwhile, we're going around basically doing an investigation to try and find a dude and kill him.
Remember, Sato also has shit fellowship. He just rolls are really fucking good on
Joseph
that.
has 44 fellowship.
Yosef has better fellowship than Gizmek, but
mine's
that's
44.
not hard. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
not
he
hard.
probably has he could
Sato has the lowest fellowship.
he almost has better rolls on charm than me without it being trained.
Gizmek has better fellowship than Sato.
Wait, what? Okay.
Sato
Yeah,
has
my
44
rules,
fellowship.
Yeah, but I
he
get
does
a
actually-
minus 10 to all checks with people when it's in a non-violent manner. So
Right, so you
Yeah.
technically have two less.
But I also
fellowship
have
than him.
but I also have a lot of potential mutations to also reduce my fellowship.
anyway.
Anyway,
He just rolls real well.
The two guys who aren't really cut out for doing investigation stuff are currently
Yeah.
on an investigation, and everyone else is also on investigations of their own. Malachi is currently looking into the poltergeist, which is a certain like fancy strain of drug that's been going around this area that has certain implications. I forget
It
said
makes-
implications.
it makes psychers go nuts and it's really addictive.
Yeah.
It's basically guys, but on
It's Ultrageist.
Really lethal.
Yeah.
It's really lethal, really addictive, and really dangerous.
on the first one you consume, you go nuts. On the second one, you just die. Probably in
You
a
might
psychic,
survive to your third.
maybe in a psychic explosion.
Yeah. But that's basically what Malachi is up to. Meanwhile, Sator and Holtz, you two are actually like accompanying one another right now. I forget what you're down to.
We're investigating the governor and the
The potential
Chaos-
planetic
potential-
cult.
potential chaos presence.
Alrighty.
Because I had to roll a fucking 15 and I got a 3 because of course I did.
Alright. And because Malachi is still eating right now, let's start with him. No, I mean, I'm just kidding.
Yes, so Malachi, what are you doing?
he's going unmute just to tell us to fuck off.
Decent chicken eating noises.
I would say probably Holtz and Sator to start off this time.
Yeah, we left off you guys after you finished your meeting with, well, officially the governor, but most of your meeting was with his mistress, who apparently knew more about this shit than he did. Supposedly because her grandmother was the one that gave the...
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys were starting to head out, and then I think you decided what you wanted to stay in the party.
I think we were heading out, and then like we decided that like we were gonna discuss like what we saw, and then like the next day head back.
Yeah.
If that works.
Yeah. Yeah,
so
the
like
timescale is a bit funky. We're not entirely sure when things are happening in relation to each other, but whatever. It doesn't really matter.
Whatever.
They're all separate enough.
We can always blame for the Green Warp fuckery.
Yeah.
Or blame Canada.
Yeah.
I'm okay with blaming Canada. But yeah, like as we're heading out and we discuss our findings. Halt is like, so do we want to keep investigating this, or do we want to keep quiet until we have the things we need to get the rest of the information that we want?
Well, it's going to take a while until then.
Indeed, but if we cause trouble now, we lose we might lose the possibility of gaining more information. I'm not against investigating, but even if we do find something, we might not be able to take action.
I believe that some slight investigation might be helpful. Although we should maybe try to not go too deep into this. For now.
I agree. At the very least, anything we can find, we can maybe use against them. After all, according to a message I received from Malachi, there's an inquisitorial presence nearby that I think they'd want to keep quiet about.
So
or keep quiet around.
So that's what those Astartes were there for.
We can make presumably, yes.
Well, shall we head back to the party then?
Tomorrow. For now, I'd rather cogitate on what we all just saw for a little while longer.
Very well. I'll make preparations for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like, unless there's anything else happening, we'll just like kind of skip forward to tomorrow.
Yeah. Time skip to the next day.
And yeah, I don't think like we kind of just like do the same thing. We walk up, say, "Hey, you recognize us, right? We don't have to do like this whole song and dance."
You come up and finish like, you come up, they quickly like check who you are, and then they let you in.
I'm surprised they even have to check, but that's okay.
So they just go like, "Oh yeah, this holt's gone." Just like roll down your window so they can see you.
Okay, yeah, that's more like it. But yeah, no, we go in, and Holtz goes straight up to like where the governor's sitting. I don't know like which one you want to like go through first, because I know like Sator had a different avenue of investigation.
Yeah.
So
Sator is straight up just partying with the people for now.
So Holtz goes to do business, Sator goes to find the drug lounge.
Yep.
Oh, I mean, I grabbed like a cocktail like on the way up. But
I mean, this is what Sator is a professional in, so
Yeah. But yeah, let's have a look at what Sator's doing first. As you go in, he goes like, "Oh great, the split." Sator goes, "Yeah, is he trying to find the drug lounge, or is he looking for?"
He already has his own drugs. He's mostly gonna attempt to try to fit in first, because
he's just mingling.
Yeah. And try to listen in to people or see if they're doing anything weird, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Sator is his own drug lounge, yeah.
I believe there is a skill for like schmoozing.
I mean, carouse is one of the things, but like that's more for like resisting drugs.
Yeah, that's for drugs. We keep being like, oh, carouse, but no, that's just for dealing with drugs. Which I'm really surprised Sator doesn't have.
I have 100 XP left over. Do you want me to get that?
Is inquiry what you use for like asking around?
Inquiry is what you use for like asking around, yeah.
Yeah.
Asking a question through conversation or eavesdropping. Yep, inquiry would cover this. Yeah, so you definitely are the type that does definitely enjoy these, so you know what you're doing. I'll give you a plus 20 on your inquiry.
Yep. Oh wait, I forgot. I'm gonna roll 1d100 because I forgot that I need to be on Chrome. 20, I win because my inquiry is 12. Plus 20, that's...
Why do you always succeed the fellowship when you don't have the skill?
Because I have 11 luck IRL.
Also,
why.
you keep giving him plus 20.
Even then, you had a target of 32.
Because drugs, yes. Anyway, my target was 32, so 1.2 degrees of success.
Don't question it.
What
Just let
information
it happen.
is... What info is Sator after? What are you trying to listen into?
Mostly anything that will prove more that they are Slaneshi worshippers.
I think like last time, just for like for the sake of recapping, like we saw like a bunch of quote regulars, or Sator did, like people that look like they've been here like way too long, like they've like.
Yeah, either if they would straight up come here like every day, never leave, or just always stay here, or to try to find out about the other party, quote unquote.
You're not going to find anything about the other party with with 1.2 degrees of success.
Yeah.
I think you definitely hear. Yeah, there is a lot of talk about this place. Like, a lot of people seem fairly familiar with this place, but also quite a few of them are nobles of this planet. And this is also like the main pleasure world, so when they have the time, they will come to this place. So them talking about, oh, last time I was here, this and this. Talk about like what's the difference, what's changed since they were last here, what they've enjoyed, what they're looking out for. Yeah, people definitely seem very familiar with this place, but then they either live here or they live close to the pleasure world. Like within a couple systems, they would come here whenever they're nobles. And, oh, I have free time. I'm going to go to the pleasure world for a week.
So like, there's a lot of traffic from Honan, essentially.
Yeah, and the like systems like one over.
Okay.
If I spend my one fate point to increase that by 1 degree, would I get anything better?
I mean, you don't know. You got to spend it first.
I'll do it. Fuck it.
That is 2 degrees.
Yeah.
What do you? Yeah, you definitely hear a lot of people talking about this place. Like they're quite familiar with it. They come here fairly often. They obviously enjoy it. They live fairly nearby or on here, so it makes sense that they come. The thing points out to them always being here. 2 degrees. I'll come back. As you mingle around the room, let's jump over to Holtz and we'll have a thunk over there.
It's fine.
Yeah. Holtz, kind of like meanders up to. I'm assuming like where the guards are standing with their arms crossed. You know, they have like the sunglasses, or the 40k equivalent.
Yeah, they're there with these like fancy halberd weapons. I know they have lasguns. Sorry, but lasguns, they put them in the way like knights with halberds. And then they're voxed up to the governor. He shouts down to let you up. They move the guns out of the way, let you up. You know, that's more of a formality than anything.
Holtz like minorly tolerates it because he only has to wait for like 5 seconds versus the 15 minutes that a normie would have to wait.
Yeah.
So he gets up And he sits across from the governor and says, "Good to see you again, Lord Governor."
I didn't expect you back so soon.
Oh, why not? It's quite literally the most happening place on the planet.
You didn't seem the most interested in this sort of parties.
I'm where the action is.
Fair. So, is there anything that I can help you with?
Well, for starters, I do have a few questions about the planet, if you don't mind. More as a casual observer and a opportunistic businessman.
He sits down, leaning back. A couple servants come over, giving out some really high quality amasec and various fruits and stuff.
Now, this might seem a bit intrusive, all things considered, but I am curious about the heightened security around this place. I mean, I understand you're a governor, and that people can be rambunctious on pleasure worlds like this, but many of these precautions you've taken seem excessive. And while I understand the need for security, is there something that you need help with? I mean, I am a rogue trader after all.
Nothing that you could really help with. I'm sure I'm a military man. Security is fairly important to me.
Of course, but at the same time, people have questions.
Well, for the most part, it is. Well, when I first started, there was some trouble with some gangs and some nobles who thought that the governorship should have been theirs. I mean, small bad attempt at a coup that I saw, but I didn't want to let others think that I might have grown soft then. So keep the defense strong until they stay back.
Interesting. The sad thing is, and I understand your position quite well. I mean, after all, a strong military implies a strong governor. But, well, as a rogue trader, I've heard some other more unsettling rumors. Namely that you're scared of something. Now, obviously, these are just rumors, but surely you would have some answer to address them, yes?
Well, what do these rumors say I'm scared of?
Well, that's just the thing they don't know, that you're hiding something.
Well, I am, of course, scared about being deposed from my position. I don't imagine I would survive through it. And I'm enough of a man to admit that, yes, I feel fear. I'm a man.
Anyone in particular that you think would be opportunistic enough to try, should your defenses...
There's a few, but I can't exactly just get rid of them or have somebody else do it. Legit noblemen, and well, I think there are a few noblemen that wouldn't jump at the chance to rise up to governor.
I think you're
missing. Manage them.
I think you're missing what I'm getting at, Governor. Need I remind you that I am the one who prevented a civil war happening on Dandorf? If you need someone's opposition, what's the word? Reconsidered, I'd be more than willing to help you. I mean, after all, you did have the courtesy to invite me here.
Well, there is nobody in particular. Those that were the most trouble I saw during that initial coup. There are some large gangs and stuff down below, but you take down a gang, another one does rise to fill its place, so that's pointless. So that's just to keep the current gangs appeased.
I see. Well, among other things, I am curious about, if you need help acquiring more assistance, either in defending your keep or in just general supplies that might be of assistance to
the benefit of a pleasure world is that we get fairly high priority for the issuing of... Zach is making the word. High quality items. Of course, if you find anything exotic out there that could be of use here, please feel free to bring it, and I will of course reward you for it. There's nothing particular. I'm sure there are some hidden pleasures out there that I could make available, but none that I'm aware of. That's again probably where my mistress would be more aware of. She's a lot more attuned to that stuff than myself.
I do have a few questions about her as well. She seems... And if you'll pardon me on this, I don't mean any offense. She seems more in tune with the affairs of the pleasure world than, well...
Than you. It's just like a voice in the back of Olmes' head.
Yeah.
Well, of course, I was a general before this. I've had to learn how to govern, really. She was quite helpful in the early days, and still able to manage a fair amount of it herself. Again, I'm man enough to admit that I can use help on occasion.
Of course,
She's quite skilled at it.
After all, managing an entire planet must be a huge amount of work.
She's as much my advisor as she's also my mistress.
She mentioned things about her family. Has her family been in a high position in this world for a long time, or?
Her family's they were a minor noble house, I believe, tied quite closely to the old governor. Of course, when he died, they were somewhat expected to fill the role, but then I was given this for my abilities, and she quickly... I'm not so naive as to think it's fully about me. I'm pretty sure she also swooped in for the status and abilities, but I don't begrudge them. She's been useful.
I see. And has the rest of her family taken well to her rise in status?
A couple were a bit grumpy about missing out on the spot, but really they get all the same benefits, just a lot less of the work. She has made sure they're happy with it. She is quite a diplomat when it calls for it.
I can see that. My mistress is very skilled at getting people to do work for her in exchange for what she wants.
Yes, we've had more than one person come through here and I'd have wrapped around her little finger thinking they were in control. She is quite an amazing woman, really.
Is that what drew you to her? Her skills as a diplomat?
Well, among with other assets, of course. I am still a man.
Of course. How did you two meet, actually? If you don't mind me asking.
Yes, it is similar to as I've said already. I came here to take up my governorship, found some difficulties in doing so with the nobles and the people. She helped smooth those things along. We ended up spending time together, and things went on as they did.
Zach, this is me to you. What was the mistress's name and last name or noble house again, if that was ever presented?
Her name is Velvet. She never actually gave her last name.
Her noble house. Which one was it again? I might have met them as I was schmoozing along in the party. Just want to make sure I didn't step on any toes while I was here.
Seems you've got to be notes. That is. That is Von Grey.
Velvet Von Grey.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of colors for... Well, it's a very colorful name, if you don't mind the pun.
Well, nobles do tend to like a certain theme to their names. I'm sure she is not the worst.
Oh, do tell.
Yeah.
And from there, Holtz has pretty much all the information he wants from the governor, and he just kind of schmoozes for a bit more.
Yeah.
But knowing the name and knowing that this noble house kind of advanced in society after the new governor took over, he's
they're definitely one of the most powerful. Yeah.
That's a bit juicy, so he's satisfied with that.
They're tied directly to the governor. That's said to be a fairly powerful house.
Yeah. But they weren't that powerful before. Yeah, no. Yeah.
Yeah, they were always decent, but yeah, obviously being, well, not directly married, but very associated with the governor definitely brings you up. Right, and then back to Sator.
Yep.
You have your 2.2 degrees.
Yep.
Yeah, I think as you're there listening in, you would hear a couple people talking about rooms that they've been in, which you see are guarded. But nothing specific about what was in there to say, like, oh, that was great as they come out of this room. You see some areas that are a bit more restricted.
We're all just having a shit post chat in the general of our little private Discord for
Yeah,
this while you're having this
absolutely.
conversation.
So this is why you should pay money to the Patreon.
Shut! Wow! I'm the one who's normally shilling it out, taking over that
I'm
shit.
impressed. I'm impressed he took the initiative.
I'm shelling out for you, shut up.
I know you are, and I appreciate it, but simultaneously shut the fuck up.
He wants more
Never.
Sator cybernetic art.
And
Oh, goddamn. Anyway,
for sure, it seems that there are just rooms that that are more exclusive.
Yeah, it's like they're guarded. They have like the ropes across like VIP rooms, kind of. You need like specific authorization or need to be in the club or whatever to get through.
I'm going to try to go to a group of people who are partying and such, who seem to be more VIP, quote unquote, and try to ask them questions and try to get along with them and ask them questions like, hey, what is it with the weird ass guarded rooms in here?
Is that the way you ask it, or does Sato try and be a bit more diplomatic about it?
A bit more diplomatic about it.
I think I'll let you roll a charm for this. Give you a +10. People here are a little drunk and stuff, so a little bit more free with info than they probably should be.
I'm pretty sure that I don't get any other bonuses from other stuff that I have, so yeah. Of course!
why?
Why
All right, you know
not?
what? You know what? I said to stop fucking asking. I'm not asking. Good job, Sator, the flirtatious genius of the party.
Bravo. Bravo.
Take
sir.
him off the drugs and then see how he will.
He's not on drugs right now, is the thing. Yep.
I don't have any
Sator is
bonuses.
sober right now and still
Yeah.
doing this.
Mr.
That's
Charmer
so-
here.
This is sober, Sator.
He's
Yeah,
in this
see, like-
environment.
Yeah, so you're trying to like figure out like what's in the rooms.
Yeah.
I just
trying to get
imagine like
along with these
fucking
people.
Bender from Futurama during the one episode where he's fucking sober, and it's even worse than being a drunk. I'm mad and I'm sober and I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Oh boy.
You come across this like small group of nobles talking about things. You like schmooze your way in, like start directing the conversation around, getting it towards the room that he just came out of. Yeah, I think with 2.1 degrees, you basically he like slaps a hand on your shoulder, like come, let me show you. Brings you into the room. The guard's like unsure, but you're with him, so they let you in.
Yeah.
You go in. And roll me a D100 for what room you get in. It's not 100 rooms, it's the general.
Yeah.
I don't think a table with 100 rooms.
77. Oh no, I rolled doubles. I'm now going to
Sator
die
explodes.
instantly.
Sator rolled a double, so he explodes. We know the rule.
Sator explodes. Sator is dead. Alright, it's time for me to roll a new character.
Yeah, if you're doing that, you're paying for your own fucking art.
Fair.
Now with the Patreon.
Okay. hell pistol on his shoulder just gets replaced with a full-on AT rocket, turns down, malfunctions, shoots him himself in the fucking feet.
Yeah, Sator, you get brought through this room, and like if you see like a hookah lounge, that's kind of what this room looks like. It's like all of these like lounging pillow areas around these like large like tube things in the middle. You see people just there looking very out of it. Like, welcome to the husk room. Come, have a sample. Pulls you over to one of the things.
All right.
You want to see if you know what a husk is?
Sure.
Where's the law? Yeah, plastic law chemistry.
Scholarly law or chemist, then.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm gonna fail on this one with like a nat 100.
Close,
Yeah,
97.
as I said.
Yeah, you got no idea what husk is.
Yep.
I just imagine Sator's response is, "What the fuck is husk? That's a new drug that I don't know about. I want some."
Yes. Good answer.
You can go and the guy pulls on what's the word I'm looking for? Breathes on the tube or whatever. I'm feeling a fancy word. Yeah, take some hookah or husk. And hands the tube over to you.
I use
Sato imbibe. That's the word I
Yeah.
was looking for.
Yeah, Sator consumes the drug.
Consume.
Consume!
And yeah, roll me a toughness. I'll give you a plus 20 because you have used a lot of drugs before.
Don't you have decadence or whatever?
Yeah, that's what decadence does.
Yeah, decadence, sorry. I forget skills in this game.
It's fine. So just plus 20.
Oh, decadence isn't a skill. It's a tab.
I mean toughness plus 20.
Yeah, so yeah,
Uh,
it's 20.
there.
When it's about drugs or social shit, he's good.
Yeah.
Yes, you breathe it in, you sit for a moment, you expect to take a moment to kick in, and then, okay, that acts fast. And if you like any like slight lingering pain you have around your arm just from this slightly unstable cybernetic power fist, it kind of fades away to nothing, and you start to find the colors in the room start dancing around, things moving. You just feel chill, like everything's fine. It's fine.
Everything is fine. Falls on the floor.
As this gives you, you get an immunity to fear, and you get a bonus to resist corruption and other things like that. But you also have some big penalties, anything involving combat. As you're just extremely chilled out and don't really care. There's like somebody probably kick in the front door and start shooting, and you just be like, "Hey, how's it going?"
Hey, where are all the pretty lights?
Yeah, you did roll well enough on your toughness that you're aware of what's happening, but you just still feel just really chill. This is fine.
Yeah. It's fine.
After doing anything, or are you just gonna sit there and have some husk?
He's chilling. I don't think that he can really do anything else.
He's just like, yeah, I'm gonna investigate this. Ooh, drugs. We'll come back to what Holtz is doing later. Let's hop over to Malachi.
Damn it! I was just gonna start drawing.
That's fine.
I was gonna draw a dreadnought.
Alright, should we jump over to Gizmek instead then?
No,
And Joseph?
we can't.
No.
We can do Malachi.
I'm gonna draw instead now.
Zach, he's stealing all the drawing space.
All right. Yeah. No.
Yeah, so you get left in that room for a bit until you see Jimmy come back in, dressed in this pink velvet suit, a hat with a huge feather on it, with gold encrusted gem studded cane. He looks like a pimp.
Malachi raises a finger, and then he lowers it.
Alright, now Malachi, come on there. We gotta get you to where we gotta get you to go. We got a little meeting to arrange. You and a little gang war.
All right then. Should I even, as like Malachi's like waving his hand up and down at the Inquisitor's attire?
Oh, want us to look the part, don't they?
Am I going to be your hoe?
Well, that's going to be up to you. You're the one doing the meeting. What kind of thing you think you can do?
I don't.
So, I mean, if a big gang lord, he does a whole lot of stuff. So, if there's anything, what do you think you'd be meeting him for? Got any ideas? Want to see how good you are under pressure?
I'm not
John,
going to
you've had
lie.
like an hour to think of this, man. You knew this was coming. Come on, think.
You know what? I this completely threw my plans out the window, but fuck it. We'll go with it.
Going with what?
All right. So
Oh,
here's
you
my
got some other plan, let me know. I can change.
yeah. I
Pulls
got
a pistol out of his pocket.
Okay. So my plan was going to be is that if we're going to be going ahead and you said that these people are well supplied in Poltergeist, correct? Well, I could come in as a entrepreneur psyker, possibly looking to have a looking to buy a couple of vials off of them, maybe see a bit of not documentation, but create a little documentary on you know what it goes on down in the lower hives, gives them a bit of publicity, give them notoriety.
Well, remember, officially, this drug don't even fucking exist. Only, like, if these guys know it's there and they got a small stockpile that they're trying to protect, they want to make sure nobody knows it's there until they get to use it.
Wow.
So we can't really be going in to ask them directly about that. We gotta be a bit more subtle.
I see.
Certainly like the psycho angle. Maybe they'll want to try and kidnap you later for a test subject. It's a bit risky, though.
Question, out of character. Zachary, is he doing that accent on purpose?
What accent?
Okay, that's good.
Zach,
Good response.
Zach is just trying to be a pimp-sounding guy. I don't know if there's a big accent. But
That's the accent I'm talking about.
yeah.
Yep.
Well, he's dressed the part.
No further questions. Proceed.
Kidnapping for me for potential. Yeah. I'm thinking.
Hey, if you got a fun idea, we don't got to do the pimp angle. This is just what I wanted to try. I like this part. It's a fun one.
Do you even have any hoes? Okay.
I can get some.
Oh my god, you're using your Oh my god, Emperor. Oh my god, Emperor.
Look, we're right next to a pleasure world, man. You think that's hard to find?
No. No, you go ahead and... Okay, we can stick with that outfit for now. I can go ahead and be your... Well, I'm assuming that your hoes are going to need a bit of protection, right? I could go ahead and fill that in.
You want to be one of my enforcers?
Aye.
Might be a bit hard to get you into any meetings. They don't just like the security being there for the sensitive stuff.
Well... That beats the idea of being as one of your hoes.
Hey, that was your suggestion, that was mine. I just came to the outfit.
You did this specifically to ruin my train of thought, didn't you?
Man, gotta see how you work under stress, man. You sent a CV in. We gotta see how you do it.
All right.
It said you worked well under pressure. Was it lying?
God. All right. Yeah, I'm willing to go in as one of your enforcers. If you go ahead and keep them distracted, I'd be willing to go ahead and snoop around, maybe get more information in regards to just any leads that we can pick up. Possibly even pick up Malachi's just rubbing his
main
head.
reason we got you here is for that fancy thing in your mind. He like bonks you lightly with the cane. You use your fancy mind stuff and find out the info that we need. Talking is just kind of a formality to get you.
Yeah, I know. If you can get me up to close to one of the higher ups, I can talk my way into joining you. Trust me.
Yeah, should be doable. Can't say for how long before they try and get rid of the security, but we'll have a minute.
Sounds good with me.
Alrighty then. Oh. We gotta get you a little outfit then. You don't quite look bodyguard material.
Give me one moment as Malachi goes ahead and snaps his fingers. Gotta roll a psychic.
Rather than getting new clothes, using psychic.
Yeah. Malachi is, by the way, using this disguise psychic. So I'll go ahead and copy and paste that. I can't summon a demon yet, unfortunately.
At least on purpose.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go ahead and convey the impression that Malachi is being seen as the sort of right-hand man, the not only a bodyguard, but also a person who takes notes and, kind of like a seneschal to a rogue trader.
There's bodyguard / accountant.
Yeah.
Alright then. So let's go get Helena.
Mighty fine, mighty fine. God,
You don't
Jimmy,
gotta
that
be
one-
doing the voice.
I
that's
know,
what's
I know. Listen, there's a ghost, Irish ghost pirate. I don't care.
Irish Ghost Pirate, that's new. I ain't heard that one before.
You'll come to learn a lot of stories from me. Anyways, let's go.
Alrighty. He turns and leads you out. You walk down the street a bit, him just like strutting along with his Pope staff. Definitely stands out. Yeah. Definitely stands out in this very gothic, very gothic, gangy city. You think strutting down the street, doesn't give a fuck. Just draws a couple eyes, it's sort of like, fuck is that dude?
Who the fuck is this man?
The fuck is he? The fuck am I? Where am I?
The fucker.
After
The
a while, you call it
fucker
two. You eventually come around and you go into another building. It's like a small squat shack that he just struts into. You're following after.
Mhm.
You see in there this rather tall, about 6'5" woman wearing this just dog. Wearing this thick carapace outfit, a big fancy power sword on her waist. See this white hair and several scars.
Oh. Hello there.
Hey, you're Malachi then, right?
Yeah, and Helena?
He stands up, walks over, holds out her hand. Yes, I'm Helena.
Pleasure. Malachi shakes it.
So, you're our new psyker then?
For now, I was a little bit surprised by Jimmy's plan, but...
Oh, you always will be. Don't worry, he never makes a normal plan.
Fair enough, fair enough.
We're going with 2 bodyguards then?
Yeah, enforcer. I'm going with the accountant to get close to any people that might have information.
I'll be playing I'll be playing the just badass bodyguards and expect me to be talking much. Mostly be grunting.
Sounds good with me.
Right. We're going now? Well, no time like the present. Let's go. Landon struts you out, heading towards... Oh, but you notice down the street, but now you notice... Oh, that's where we're heading. This, giant, casino-looking thing.
A casino?
Yeah, it's, built, almost like marble built. You're not sure if it's real, but it looks like marble. Like marble and jade. and all that scattered around. It's called the Jade Prince.
Interesting.
Yeah, he's got to have some legitimate business going on. This is where they stop. These guys are quite big.
I see.
Come on, my loyal bodyguards. Oh yeah, what names you going? Keeping the normal names, or you doing something else? I'm still Jimmy. I'm always Jimmy.
I guess I'll go with Hank then.
Alrighty then, Hank.
Hey, cool.
Bobby. Oh.
He looks to Helena. She's like, "Call me Sam." Alrighty then, Hank and Sam. Let's go. I don't that. Noting that down for myself. Leads you in.
If she goes by Sam, you should have gone with Max, but you know.
Yeah, she shows afterwards. Yeah, so you guys following after him, and he struts on in, so pulls some papers out and shows them to the guards. You like lean into walkie-talkies and get let in. Going through this very busy and like raucous like casino floor. Like, all the various games, slot machines, all of that going on.
Interesting. I want to go ahead. Could I roll awareness to possibly determine the security of this hotel or this casino?
Yeah.
All right. Let me.
Yeah, you definitely see several guards scattered around, but yeah, see if you find any of them more subtle. Yeah.
Point one.
You don't see a fair few guards walking around. Yeah.
Cameras or any pics?
Yeah, they're in like flak. They got las guns. They wouldn't have las guns. They got like shock batons and stun guns.
Okay.
Like that. And yeah, you do see a lot of cameras. You see mostly pointed towards the games, but they will also catch most of the area in the peripherals. See more watching out for cheaters than for actual security problems.
Interesting.
But would also work for finding other people, depending. You get led up. Jimmy pulling out those papers and showing them to people as he gets led up. So we got a meeting going on. You get led up. You come up to this room and this very large, burly guy. He might be related to an Ogren somewhere. Very big, beefy guy. He's like, so, no security coming in. Just you. He looks to Jimmy. Definitely look at what the fuck is this guy? He sees the pink fluff outfits and the cane.
Okay.
Well, I can't be going without my accountant, Hank.
Listen.
I mean, need someone to keep a track of my numbers.
Listen, buddy. Malachi steps up. We stick with the boss. All right. And he's gonna go ahead and he's gonna put some mental suggestions in his head real quick.
Alright.
Give me a opposed willpower.
Ooh, you rolled a 24. That's a degree of success. That's a one single degree.
Wow, he's got one whole degree.
Damn.
So you win by 2 degrees. 2.7 degrees. Yeah, so what are you doing?
So Malachi, with this master manipulation roll, he's just going ahead and saying, "Listen, we stick with the boss no matter what. You know, past any rules or regulations, we're allowed to be with them."
So master manipulation is like the Jedi mind trick thing, right?
Yes, and they believe it. No matter what, it is true.
Yeah, you kind of like squint. He's like, "Let me see those papers." Alright, fair enough. And then
You are a chicken. No matter what, it's true.
Yeah.
They
So
believe
you're full of shit. Go get off the toilet for a week. Yeah, he taps on the door a few times and it opens up. And you see a very nice office. Yeah, definitely very gaudy and garish. There's a lot of like expensive stuff on display. You see a man kind of stood overlooking the ground, wearing this like very expensive looking suit. It's like some kind of animal. Like it's more like half cloak with like the head of an animal thing. It's like some kind of like lynx or something like on the shoulder. Oh, no, it would be a lion. They're the dime lions. Like the head of this white lion forming like a half cape. And he turns around as you come in. Oh. So, what do I owe the pleasure of this meeting, Mr. Jimmy?
Okay.
It's the D5.
Oh, that was for fatigue.
Oh.
Malika is a little sweaty.
Where'd you get the fatigue from?
Power.
Yeah, that put a bit of strain on Malachi.
He was very nervous.
Only got the one chair. I normally do this without the guards, but fine. Goes and sits down on his side of the desk. Jimmy struts over, flicks out his coattails, and sits down on his side. So, well, came in for a bit of a business proposition with.
Okay.
So I don't get a back and forth an entire business deal. That goes on. They have this conversation about a potential business deal. What is Malachi going to do?
Malika is pretending to take notes on his data slate, kind of being a bit of a recorder in a sense. Ones that they would have in courtrooms. Just trying to keep notes of what everybody's saying in short run.
Official term, but
yeah.
Nodiary.
Nodiary. Yeah, but in all reality, he's going to go ahead and try and probe into this guy's mind.
Ooh, you rolled a 7.
Ooh. That was a pretty good roll, Zach. That's pretty good.
Just under 4 degrees.
Let me see.
He's got a 45 willpower. Don't matter.
Yeah, I rolled a 4 too.
You rolled a 7, not a 4.
Oh. It's alright.
He got 4 degrees. Wow. 8.2.
8 point. Even then, it
Malachi just up in here, just
people-
like, yeah, you're bullshit.
Even somebody who is really mentally strong, by the standards of most people, is just blasted because you guys are rank 6.
Yeah. Even then, Malachi can just use 5 fate points.
Yeah, but if I wanted to overkill this, Malachi could just be like, ooh, push it.
Yeah. So you win by 3 full degrees.
By 3 full degrees.
Oh no, he got just shy of 4. Yeah, so you get 4 degrees.
I gotta pull up specifically the Mind Probe Power because it has the rankings on there. I'll go ahead and get that to you in a moment. But
I feel like we should have just fucking pinned that already.
I agree.
I thought I pinned that at some point.
It is the power that seems to come up the most.
Yeah, I do have it pinned.
Oh, okay. So
Where at?
You get subconscious.
gains detailed information about people, places. Yeah.
It's over the course of rounds. It's not like degrees of success.
Yeah, because he's slowly probing through. Oh yeah, round.
Yep. So this would be round 1. Would be contact. So what's basic information?
So sanity level, like 1 or 2 points. He's not very insane. He's fine.
Mm-hmm. State of physical health.
Yep.
Is he old?
Yeah, he's healthy. He's middle aged, but he's healthy enough.
Does he have any unknown illnesses, Malachi?
No.
You have cancer and you don't know it. What?
He's got a couple scars. He's like taken a couple bullets in the past, but nothing that's troubling him.
Okay.
His mood, he's indifferent right now. He's just doing a business transaction. And his name?
Did you not want me to ask his name, Zach?
No, I just gotta find it.
Okay.
Wow, he's actually trying to be prepared for this now.
They're in a mech suit. You can't mind probe him.
Writing down the names and putting them in thumbs.
Oh boy.
His name is Tony Lejudo.
His name is Pecker Rollins. Pecker.
Oh, he's got a
DKK.
tiny little pecker.
It's short for Dick.
His name is Jeff.
Captain Young Picard of the... I can't even keep it up. Captain
Sounds like a personal
Picard
problem.
of the Yucatan Enterprise.
So first round, you get that. Next round.
Okay.
It's another opposed test every round, right?
Aye, that is correct.
He rolled a 6. He did ever so slightly better.
Let's see. Malachi.
Ooh, somebody
Hold on.
actually won
Hold on, Zach.
before the fates came.
Zach? Hey, Zach?
Yeah,
No,
I
he
know you
didn't.
got fate, but it's still funny that he won the first time.
No,
The first time somebody has technically won.
How many degrees do I need to spend? 3 or 4 fate?
Oh, you can just re-roll it,
He
man.
succeeded by slightly... Like, it was just
Yeah.
slightly short of
He got
4 degrees.
Yeah, he got 4. No, he got
Yeah, Drew, you
4.1.
can reroll it.
Yeah, he has a willpower of 45, so you got
Should I-
4.1 degrees.
Just reroll and then
Yeah.
add fate point.
You have to
Because
spend
it'll
4
probably be
fates. You have to spend 4
Watch
fates.
Malachi
Okay.
fail it now.
Ah! You
As I
Mother!
fucking said.
fucker!
Jinxed it. You jinxed it.
We all do that,
99.
but when it actually matters...
Is it doubles? And it is doubles!
Yes.
Were you doing it at fettered or is it at normal level?
It's at normal level.
Okay, so it does fails. Alright, let's just check what happens if you fail. Because
Oh no.
do they notice or do you just lose?
Hold on a minute. 1d100. Okay, tech scorn. So that's
Oh wait,
good.
no. If you want to perform this without the target's knowledge, then the psycho makes it a minus 20. So actually, he should have been aware. Well, the first time you could do it at a minus 20.
We didn't know the
You
rule
can only do it
before.
at a fettered level and with a minus 20, unless they're aware of it.
I think you still would have succeeded the first time.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
that you have to
Yeah,
do it
it
at a
was-
fettered
yeah.
level, which means
Well,
that
now
it
we
can't
know.
perils. Yeah,
Oh.
so you have to do it at a fettered level, so you still lose this time, you still won the first time.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's normally it's an obvious one. If you do it subtly, it's harder. And you have to do it at a lower power level. Yeah, so you don't perils,
That's good.
like, but I'll give you the benefit of the doubt and assume that you were doing that.
Yeah.
Because you would.
Sorry.
I don't think you just let him know you were like.
No.
Yeah, so I think you just get booted out. Is there a limit?
It does not say.
You suffer 1 level of fatigue for every degree of failure.
That was 1 level of failure.
Oh, and it's an opposed test, so you take 5.
I'm sorry?
Yeah, because for every degree of failure, it's an opposed test. He succeeded by 4, you failed by 1, so that's 5.
Well, it doesn't say depending on the opposed test, it just said on how
Oh, yeah,
much
'cause
it
Yeah.
failed.
Yeah, fair. Yeah, 1 degree.
Alright. Malachi's getting stressed. Alright.
Failing the test. It doesn't actually give you a limit. Yeah, I think you can just dive back in.
Alright.
Yeah, because it doesn't say
Alright,
become
try
immune to-
again.
Yeah, it doesn't say they become immune to the power or anything.
But you're
Alright.
doing it at fettered and minus 20, apparently.
Yeah. Physical power test is link.
I think yeah,
Oh, also roll your D10 to see if you get your fate point back.
good point.
Yeah.
Nah.
Nope.
And also now don't you get the... It is only a minus 10 to weapon skill and ballistic skill because of fatigue.
Yes.
Yeah, it doesn't. Yeah, fatigue doesn't hit willpower until you pass out.
Can you,
Alright.
I forgot, hold on, I gotta check. Can you spend fate to reduce fatigue? Or is
I
that
don't-
hit points?
I think it's any hit. I think it's any hit points.
I'm pretty sure it's only hit
You
points.
do have it. Recover from being stunned. Recover damage. No, you can't recover fatigue.
Okay.
You gotta meditate or rest.
Yeah.
Yeah, you diving back in.
Yeah, I'm gonna dive back in.
Going at fettered level this time with a minus 20, so he actually might be able to resist.
Plus 10 then, because my modifiers. That's a fail. I can't.
He's been rolling a 22, so he got 2 degrees.
Wait, hold on.
Damn.
You got. I'm gonna re-roll this. Come on. Really?
Oof.
God damn.
Not good
Yeah.
rolls. So that's 2.
Yep.
Malachi's at 8
You're
out of
just
9.
having a rough time. I imagine like
Yeah.
the reasoning for this
Malachi
that
is, like,
Malachi is in a
invisibly
bad
sweating.
place because of like the Inquisitor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's really put off by the pimp suit. You're like under the stress is the first time he'd be like, okay, something really matters here. It's stressing out. This guy is abnormally strong-willed. Malachi's like sweating as he's writing this down.
Malachi is going to go ahead and make an awareness check real quick. He wants to go ahead and see if he can spot any cameras inside this room.
Okay.
Point 8.
Yes, you glance around and yeah, I think with that you do notice like one looking at you. He's got a security camera watching.
Perfect.
So he wants to make sure nobody pulls a gun on him without people knowing.
All right.
And I think you'd be smart enough to know that there's probably also a couple hidden ones if there's one visible. Since this guy is a gang leader.
This is going to be interesting with what I had planned then. Well, right.
Blow up his head.
I could. So Malachi is gonna go ahead. He's going to go ahead and he's going to first of all push. He's pushing a second.
Yeah, remember, if you don't do it effective, he's aware.
No.
Mindful.
I'm not using that power. He's going to go ahead and push. It's going to be using the power Master Manipulation. And with this, or what he's going to go ahead and say, just really, really stressed out, he's going to go ahead and say, listen, I am getting really exhausted here. I'm probably going to pass out and or after saying this, but you can trust us with your life. Like, you can tell us anything. As Malachi just forces his will onto this person. And
Yeah,
this...
you're trying to make him believe that like, he can trust you with every fiber of his being.
Yes.
It's an opposed test.
Go ahead and tell me how many degrees he wins by.
Because
I know you're gonna have...
Hey, 77! He failed one.
Hey, finally!
God, you rolled a 74, a
Yeah,
90, an 84,
And a
and a
90.
90.
With a 90, you
his
still
unlucky
get
rolls.
1.6 degrees. Damn. Although
And
that does
pushed, yeah.
perils because you push.
Yep, I know. I gotta go ahead, and this is perfect because with tech, if I can get a tech score and roll off, I hope to God I can get a tech score and roll
Hopefully
off.
we don't summon a demon.
I got a tech score and roll off. Thank God.
Remember, you get a bonus for pushing.
It's a plus 20, but that's still in the psychic phenomenon. It needs to be a
63, so that'll be the Furies.
Yep, but I'm gonna use tech score.
Slam to the ground and suffer D5 damage and must test against Fear 2. But instead, all on-water tech devices within 5d10 meters.
So including the camera and the recording
Yep.
devices, whatever gun he has, are going to just start scattering it.
Let's roll your 5d10.
Okay, give me one moment. 25 meters, and give me one moment. I gotta roll.
Give
This is
Helena
going-
a test.
and
It's
Malachi,
fine, she gets a 4.
Malachi passes out.
He's like, "Ugh."
Also, a friendly reminder that good quality weapons are reliable and best ones cannot be jammed.
Yeah, so you reach out, you're like, okay, I'm not really able to probe in here. You just go brute force, slam that idea and that you can be trusted, and then
Fade
you
to
fall
black.
back. And yeah, thankfully, yeah, all the weapons in here are good enough quality that they would not jam.
Actually, Malachi didn't say he could be trusted. Everyone, like, you know,
Yeah.
Helena, yeah.
Yeah,
Everyone.
I assume so. Yeah, this group can be trusted.
And
You put that in. I think you just
yeah,
you do a set up, so Malachi just slumps to the floor, and he like goes over and starts checking on him. And yeah, Malachi is now unaware of how that goes, so we will cut away. cuts back over to Joseph and
All right, which one of them is going to pass out?
you guys just left the textile plant. Where you guys heading? Is Mickey there?
Hello?
Yosef was taking a call, so.
Oh, yeah.
He's still BRB. Alright. Yeah, we'll hold off on that then since Joseph isn't here. We'll just hop back over to Holt.
I mean, like, Holtz basically, like, after, finishing up with the governor, he basically just kind of, like, waits on Sator to finish, because he's got everything he wants out of Sator. He'd probably just, like, peruse the area to see if, like, what was their last name? The Gray...
Van Gray.
Rat Gray?
Van Gray.
Van Gray. If any of the Van Gray household besides Velvet was, like, in the building.
Roll me a search.
Could I roll
either a search or an inquiry, yeah. Either a search to find them or an inquiry to ask.
Just, kind of schmooze around, see if there's any Van Grays around.
Mm-hmm.
Not really trying to be, like, super, like, forceful about it.
Fair.
Okay, 5.8 degrees of success.
You roll a 9.
Alright.
Yeah, so you start asking around and you learn that the rest of the family don't tend to show up to these parties.
Oh? Where do they go?
Apparently the rest of them are a lot more reserved and tend to stay at their manors than coming to the palace.
Interesting.
Oh, their manor, not manors, the one.
Are they... Surely they're invited to the governor's palace.
Yeah, like they're invited, they're free to come here, but they don't tend to. They tend to have like their own little stuff. Apparently they're a lot more like reserved and...
Any particular reason, or just they don't really like these kinds of parties?
Yeah, apparently it's more that. They prefer more like small contained events. Like they have like balls and soirees and stuff, not raves.
In my schmoozing to like get access to the governor's palace, did I visit any of their soirees, or were those also invite only?
Yeah, those are also invite only. It's like a large noble house that has like meetings for people that they want. And they don't tend to invite outsiders too often. They tend to be like for the family.
I see.
Yeah, they're very like inclusive house.
So no chance of +1s getting invited?
On occasion it does happen, but it's very unlikely. It doesn't happen very often.
So, in that case, Holtz would probably like, maybe not at this party, but like try and like schmooze around like the capital when Sator is obviously done, because he's not leaving without his navigator. But like, once they leave, he'll probably just like schmooze around to see if there's anyone that, is notorious for bringing +1s to crash one of these parties. And, try and get in their good graces. Because, like, obviously, Holtz is, like, a meal ticket and also, like, a trophy. If they could bring in, like, hey, I roped in a rogue trader. How about that?
Sato, roll me 2d5.
2d5. 6.
So, how long does Holtz wait until to find Sator? Sator is going to be high for 6 hours. And probably won't think about leaving the room.
I did get...
I mean, I probably saw Sator get dragged away from, like, the governor's, like, perch.
Well, say, like, you guys, like, split up when you came in, and then you went to the governor.
Okay. Then
so
I'd
Sator's just somewhere, you're not sure where, the big place.
I mean, I'd probably ask, hey, did you see a blue-skinned navigator anywhere?
Alright, fair.
Like,
you ask around and very quickly find out that he got led into the husk room.
I mean, I guess I'm going to the husk room.
You go up there and you see some guards that block your path.
Did I stutter? I'm going to the husk.
Who are you?
Rogue Trader Holtz.
Guess that a data slate checks through it. Alright, you're permitted in. We'll step aside and let you in.
Like Holt's just kind of like, I'm permitted. Like he doesn't like say it, but he just like looks at him like, I'm permitted. You're damn right, I'm permitted in. But like doesn't say anything and just like kind of like walks through.
You walk through and you see Sator sat with this rather large and well-dressed man that's kind of there, like casually smoking on these like hookah pipes and seems like oblivious to the rest of the room.
I'm pretty sure that we did say that Sator is aware of what's happening because of whatever.
But it's like from the jog, you tend to like zone out. You zone out fairly easily. So you zone out. You're like, oh, I'm zoned out. Let me refocus. And basically get like lost in it.
I just like kind of like go over to Sator, you know, kind of like slap his cheek a little bit. Hey, you awake?
Yeah.
Ah, is this a friend of yours? Hey, welcome.
Hey, how's it going, man? You doing all right?
Yeah.
Glad to see you.
Great parties, right?
Oh, for sure. Hey, you finished?
You want some? He holds out the end of the pipe.
I think I'll pass. I got a DD for this boy right here.
Alright, more from me.
Speaking of which, Sator, you finished what you need to do in here?
Sure. Anyway, a good meeting you. I might see you later.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
I'll be here all week.
of course. Come on, Holt, let's go.
Yep. I help Sator up to his feet. I don't think I need to like, you know, fireman carry him out of the building.
Yeah, no. Like he's able to walk around and stuff fine. He's just like, it's fine.
Yeah.
Like the room could be on fire, and people on house could be like, it's fine, it's over there.
And I'm in that case, you know, Holtz just saunters out of the building with Sator.
Yeah. Funny thing is about the fire commentary, Sator could be on fire and he wouldn't care.
I mean, it causes damage. You wouldn't care very quickly.
Holtz wouldn't care very much either. He'd just throw a bucket of water on him and it'll be fine.
It's
That's
me
because
that makes it worse.
Okay. The drug that makes you ignore everything plus immunity to pain would be funny.
Yeah. I mean, that's not full immunity, it's massively dulling. Being on fire, you would still notice.
Yeah.
So, no, just a little bit. Ah, that's better.
Anyway,
You guys smell paint?
cool.
Yeah. Joseph, do we have you back?
Yeah. I'm here.
Yeah,
Alright,
we're good.
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
cut over to you guys. You guys are leaving this textiles plant with your info. Where you heading?
Alright. What was our info? You remember anything?
You leave the room and say, fuck, what did they say?
Should have took notes.
I just like out of character forget what happened last time.
Oh, we
My
didn't
brain
take
is mush.
notes? Bad player.
I am known for being a bad player. Thank you very much. That is my legacy.
The most I remember is that they didn't know a whole lot about
Yeah,
places.
I'll give you guys a summary of it. You went to his room, he had like a booby-trapped little chest that had his clothes.
Oh, I
and
remember that.
a vial of something that you broke. You went to the place that he worked, found out from people that he would semi-regularly volunteer for testing things up above, and seemed to value it as a useful way of getting money, and was able to, with that money, actually afford to be able to do something other than just work and eat. So it was living the high life. You'd go to you go to the bar and get a drink once a week.
Hmm.
And
I
you also
think we
found
just
out
got
about the bar that he frequented. That's he was last seen there talking about some kind of one of these things that he was going on, and then they haven't seen him.
Mm-hmm.
And you also found out that vial of orange liquid that you found most likely came from the textile plant and is known to, like, the vapors cause hallucination stuff.
So we had basically a bottle of hallucinogenic. That was a component in some process. We thought initially it was the dyeing, but then we were told that, yeah, probably not. It's probably for the other process. This is the thing. He pulled out a file, I recall. So we got some info on that. Alright. Gizmek starts just walking off in a random direction unless Yosef, like, gets him to fucking stop.
No, I'm just gonna look up, notice that you've started going, and then follow on.
Yeah, so Gizmek is doing the dumb orky thing of not really knowing the optimal way to go to get this place, and being a stubborn git and just walking anyway. I don't know how long it takes for Yosef to realize that Gizmek doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. I mean, he's probably already noticed, but, like, in this specific situation.
I know, it's just whether I want to make the decision on telling you that you're being an idiot.
Yeah, so what are you guys doing? You're just walking randomly?
Yeah, basically, until he fucking tells me, where the fuck are we going?
Yeah. So how long does it take Joseph to correct him?
I'll give him the benefit of the doubt and give him about 5 minutes of walking. Hoping and sitting there hoping that he actually does know where he's going. And then getting sick and tired of waiting and then pointing out the direction of the bar.
Oh, yeah, well, that was exactly where I was going, he says, just like, awkward glance, the side meme. Just like starts walking in that direction instead. This is an in-character representation of me being distracted and losing some of the information that was just recapped to me. But yeah, we're gonna start heading over to that bar that he points out.
You guys head over to the bar. That goes stuck in the back. Is that the back or is that the front? I thought that was the front. Oh, yeah. That is the message. I'm dumb. Yeah, you guys...
That's the grill of the truck!
Yeah, you walk around for a little bit, and then you eventually realize that, oh, we're supposed to be going this way. Once Joseph realizes that the orc does not know where he is going and is just walking in a direction. Turn around and spend a couple hours walking around, finding the place. Probably asking directions a couple of times. And you eventually find it, this little tiny dive bar. Thankfully not suspended over a massive chasm this time, just a small building.
Yeah.
It's always a bonus.
Yeah. I also got to miss out on that part where I almost fucking died for chasing after a doggo.
I feel like that's been multiple times where that's happened.
Well, he didn't chase a dog once.
It's the one fucking animation we got on the channel. Goddamn. Goddamn. Yeah, Gizmek just walks in. How big is this door? Because Gizmek's like 7'4".
Gizmek has to duck. Thankfully you hunt, thankfully orcs hunt a fair bit, so you don't have to duck too much. But yeah, this door's like barely 6 foot, so you definitely have to duck a fair bit to get through. Joseph probably also has to duck a little bit.
I'll put a hand on my hat just to make sure it doesn't fall off as I lean in.
Inside, Gizmek has to stay like hunched a little bit, so he's not scraping the ceiling. This is a small place. You're meant to be sat down most of the time. You see a few creaky, kind of not very good, stained-looking tables, sawdust like scattered across the floor. A lot of fairly miserable-looking people drinking from glasses.
Question mark?
Just a rounded bit of broken glass.
That could generously be called a glass. Drinking what is one step up from Prometheum. Definitely smells like gas. It's strong. It is probably fairly strong, but will not taste good, and it's probably highly flammable. You see a grungy, like thin man behind this bar, like wiping this glass with a dirty rag. All right, what do you guys want? You want some amasek? Oh, we got some food as well.
We want to find this guy. He just shoves the fucking wanted poster in his face.
I'm afraid I ain't seen him for a week.
A week.
You're just talking about this old deal thing that he had, and I ain't seen him since. Why are you looking for him?
Gizmek points at the wanted poster. That says wanted.
Yeah, he looks at it, it's like, I don't know what I'm worth. I don't be reading too well.
Damn! Gizmek turns and looks at Yosef. He's just like, I read smarter than the ear me get.
And much hard for reading.
Eh? Whatever. None of your business.
What are you looking for him for? I'm not for help. For the right price, of course.
Eh? What the fuck is he saying? Can you translate slur to you, Miss Speech?
I can help for the right price. Maybe.
Well, how about this? If you give us some information and we think it's good enough, then we'll pay you. If you give us some information and it's full of shite, then we'll crump you.
Oh, what's the stop here from just getting the info, getting it good, and then leaving without paying me?
You ain't got much choice in the matter, my friend.
Why? Why not?
Gizmek just steps up to him, looks down at him. I'm assuming he's like shorter than Gizmek by a good amount.
Yeah, he's like 5'4", he's a short guy.
He's a manlet! Gizmek like looks down at him, points at himself, points at his teeth, holds up his arm, points at that, then points at the blade on his hip, just like, yeah, I ain't got a choice in the matter.
I don't really know where you're implying. I got information, you got coins, so I say you
Gizmek takes out his chain axe and starts chopping into his counter. Should I
Hey,
give you an implication?
can you not be doing that? I don't gotta get that fixed, but people don't like it. Actually, don't really give a shit, but...
Can you tell this guy more plain to hear me speak what the fuck I'm trying to say to him?
You want info, you got coin. That's the easy trade for me. Can't read my numbers.
Okay, here's how it's gonna go, you Yumi Git. We'll pay you, and you give us the info. If we don't think the info is good, we're gonna crump you and take the pay back.
Fuck is a crumpet?
What I did to your counter except to your skull.
Oh, that's not very nice.
Yeah, that's the point! Now! Gizmek pulls out one of the credit things that Holtz gave him, and he's just like, he just sort of like looks at it a little bit and just turns to Yosef, and he's just like, you actually use this Yumi currency, I'm more used to teeth. How much should we actually give him?
Let's see. No, don't worry. Oh. I don't know why I put it on this fan on the lowest setting, and it still somehow picks up.
You just gotta turn down the sensitivity of board.
Yeah. Give me 2 seconds while I do that.
This guy can't read and he can't social.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I rolled a thing for him. He rolled a 97 to see if he realized he did not. He has no idea what you're implying.
Wow.
He doesn't seem to give a shit.
I think the fact that he didn't freak out when an orc walked into the room is enough.
He seems too dumb to realize that being threatened is a bad thing. This is not the smartest guy ever.
He's like from Mordheim yesterday, the fucking fire spirit, except in reverse, where he loses his ability to fear again.
He's like Doc Corvus. He's just not really realizing that, he could kill me.
God damn it, I'm down. An orc, Gizmek meeting Doc Corvus would be one of the worst fucking things imaginable.
They either kill each other or Corvus gives him a fuck ton of new cybernetics. There's no
or Gizmek gives Corvus cybernetics in a drunken stupor.
Oh no.
Anyway, he's not Scarbrand, he's Brand Scar. Scarbrand loves the company!
Are you gonna be giving me the credits, or are you gonna be leaving?
Yeah, so basically Gizmek turned to Yosef and said, how much should we actually give this guy? Because I don't know what you humans consider an acceptable amount of money.
Yeah, so we don't need an actual number, but like, are you giving him a lot? Like, around the value for, like, a standard bribe? Like, how much you giving it?
Well,
I'm
that's
just
the
gonna
thing.
roll my eyes and stick my hand into wherever I've got my cash on hand and pull out the smallest amount that I can possibly.
Give him, like, the tiniest bribe ever?
Yeah. Basically, the equivalent of just pulling out a coin and putting it on the.
You give him, like, a pound. And it's like,
Yeah.
I can get you a drink for that if you want it. Although you want information, I'll barely buy you a drink.
I make a kind of huff noise in frustration and grip my las rifle a little higher up.
I'll be quite honest, I think this human kid doesn't understand that we threaten him with guns and
Yeah,
weapons.
he's like, sucks on his one tooth. You want a drink? We are drinks.
I
Fuck
sigh,
it! Gizmek just puts like
defeated.
the... I just put the fucking like credit thing on and just say, take as much as you want, give us the information, if we don't like it, your bar is going up in flames.
Alright. Looks down, pulls out like this like electronic transfer thing, like one of the things you scan your cards on, takes off, blows a bunch of dust off, takes the shit, puts in, is like, that's a lot of zeros. But he sees your available
you don't get
balance.
all the zeros, especially considering you've been an idiot this whole time.
Kind of looks at it thinking, puts in a number. And then, alrighty. There's your thing, man. He's in the back. He's upstairs.
Wait, what?
Yeah, just through that door, fourth on right. He got a room.
Gizmek just turns and looks at Yosef and he's just like, well, damn, this is actually good information.
I'm just
I
gonna
knew he
sigh.
took quite a lot. He took like the equivalent of like $10,000 of modern money because he just gave him free.
Yeah, but we are like
Yeah,
working
it's
for a road
pocket
trip.
change for you, but he took a significant amount of money.
He can retire with that money for us.
Yeah.
Gizmek looks at how much he took, and then he looks at the amount that we're going to get from the bounty.
Oh, tons more. Bounty's like close to $1 million.
Okay.
Yeah, it'd be about $1 million. And as a reference with the thing, the bounty is not for the guy; it's for the info he took. Does not really doesn't. It's like get him alive if possible, but it doesn't really care. So you can kill him if you want him alive. You can do whatever.
At this point, I might be more leaning towards offering him dealing with all these unknown people.
This guy has like by proxy causes so much grief.
The bartender was annoying, so he must kill this guy.
Yes.
Yosef's like stood there really quiet, but in his mind he's ready to like snap his las rifle over his knee and hit him with it.
Yeah, you guys head into the back room?
Yeah, Gizmek just like, alright, we gotta do this right. Sneaky. He starts sprinting up the stairs.
There are no stairs, it's just a door.
He starts
God.
sprinting
He's
towards the
Sprints
door.
up the stairs to these
It's
fucking
just-
stutter.
He creates stairs and sprints. He hasn't used it all.
I create stairs of which I do not beware.
He creates the stairs, sprints up them, and goes through the wall instead.
Yeah, goes through the roof, goes to the next building above, breaks into somebody's apartment. He's not there.
All of a sudden, I'm on Valhalla. I'm like, what the fuck just happened?
Gizmek died in battle.
No.
No, I'm in the fucking snow-ass planet.
You guys
Gizmek
sprinting.
creates a stair and commits warp travel. But yeah, no, he sprints to the door that this guy that he was just told about.
Yeah, you guys sprint over to the door, and yeah, you see a very bad, like, barely staying on door leading into presumably a room. You can see a fair amount of light coming around the edges.
Gizmek is just thinks for like half a second, realizes he just paid this guy a shit ton. He could buy a new door and kicks it open.
You boot it open. It flies straight off the hinges. Seems like you could probably have pushed them hard, and that would have happened. Kick it open, burst through. You see a very startled-looking man sat on a bed. Seemingly not doing anything else. He's just sat there. Looks.
Does he look like the wanted poster?
Significantly more scruffy, which is weird considering it's only been a week. Looks like he's got like a month of beard growth on him. But yes.
Gizmek just like you get this scene of Gizmek looking at the guy, angrily looking at Gizmek, and he just like looks at him, holds up the poster in front of his face on top of the guy to compare, puts it down, lifts it up, puts it down, lifts it up, puts it down, lifts it up, puts it away, and pulls out his war scythe.
What are you for? Hi, what's going on? What are you for? Hi. I'm scared. What?
He's coming with us.
Why?
Because I said so.
What are you here for? Oh, did Mitch just
coming
send you?
with
That's
us.
great. No, I wouldn't stay. Don't want to go. No, back. I go. No, one stay.
Gizmek turns to Yosef, and his immediate reaction is just like, "Do you have anything to make this guy just shut up?"
I look at my las rifle and then think better of it, and
I do.
No, he's safe. No, he's safe. Hide. Burrow. Hide away. Let's go.
Assuming Yosef doesn't come up with anything, I have an alternative, but I want to see what Yosef does.
at this point he's just staring at him and really wishing he didn't take the bounty in the first place. Because I've no fucking clue what he's saying either.
Squint, one eye not closed, one eye squinting, the other eye staying bolt open. So, I know. You bring me back to Mistress, yes? That's great. Horrible, not great, horrible.
Yeah, fuck this. Gizmek's gonna walk up and just like do his best to knock him the fuck unconscious with the backhand of the war scythe, like the blunt flat of the blade.
For the hell of it, roll me a strength because this guy is decently tough.
3.7.
Yeah, smack him to the floor. He's like, mutters a few more incoherent ramblings where he passes out.
Looks at this guy on the floor, looks back at Yosef. He's just like, well, I felt like a waste of time. I thought it was going to be a fight. And he just picks up the guy and lugs him over his shoulder. He's about to throw him over his shoulder. Then he remembers he has fucking spikes on his shoulder. And he starts carrying him like in one arm by the scruff of his neck. Just starts walking out.
You guys just leaving?
I'm just dragging him along, yeah.
One of you roll in
sigh heavily.
intelligence with a +10.
Don't.
Who has the better intelligence then?
I have 43.
45.
Yeah,
Yosef
you
is
have
a monster.
slightly better intelligence than me. You roll it with a +10.
If you are not on Chrome, just roll 1d100.
Oh, duh. Really gotta stop doing it.
Target of
So
55.
target 55.
God, I keep putting 1d11 for some reason.
Nope.
Damn.
You guys take.
You can
points if you
reroll.
want to. Yeah.
Yeah. You want to reroll it?
Go for it, why not?
Just hit the up arrow key and enter.
That's better.
Nice.
As you start to head out,
1.8 degrees.
Yeah, as you start to head out, you remember, oh wait, this guy stole information. The bounty was not actually for him, it's for the info that he took. So you need to find that info before you can turn this bounty in.
I'll give out a big sigh and shout back to Gizmek that we should probably search the room. See if
What?
he's
Oh,
got
yeah.
anything.
Gizmek holds up the bounty poster and reads the fine print. Yeah, right.
It's not fine print. It's purely the information that he took. It is not subtle about it. It's if you find this guy has the information, get it.
I mean, compared to the wanted in the picture, it's pretty much fine print.
Yeah.
To an orc, it's the fine print.
Yeah, because we just saw wanted. Face,
Wanted
number.
picture, get guy.
Yeah, wanted face, big number.
Yeah, basically. That's what Gizmek mostly sees, but they actually read the, like, quote-unquote fine print of it. That actually explains that they want his information, not his life.
Yeah,
right. Yeah.
Yeah.
One of you roll me a search with a plus 30. I'll say plus 40, because it is also a small room. It's more about the time than if you fail.
What is your search? Perception.
47.
Your perception is 47, your search would be half of that, but mine's also 47, so it doesn't
I'll
really
let you
matter.
roll this time.
Joseph, do you have trained search
He
or
does not
roll?
have search trained.
I'm thinking
His search is 23.
Actually, wait. I'm a dumbass. I had Yosef's sheet up. Your perception is definitely...
Joseph is better.
Is this
Yosef
me?
is better. Yosef is
Yeah.
better. I have exactly 10 less than you, so yeah, you roll search.
Okay. Is that just
Plus 40.
Yeah, target of 63.
Right. So is that 1D 100
Yeah,
plus
1D.
4?
Yeah, 1d100.
Just 1d100.
One day I'll get the hang of this.
Nice roll.
Yeah.
Alright.
Nice.
That's still good.
Yeah.
Like
you guys go
2.2.
searching through the room, and it's a small room. It's like not much bigger. Well, yeah, it's a little bit bigger. It's a bit bigger than the like coffin-sized room that you have found before.
God.
It's like a chest, like a small like vanity with what was once a mirror, and it's now just grime on a wall. Really, nobody has cleaned that in a long time. Yeah, you search through quickly, and you find two things, which is one is like a battered and bound like journal-like thing, leather casing that's been worn to nothing, just battered up, pages all yellowed and crinkled. And you also find it's like a scroll case.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's like a long tube case for it's like a blueprint case.
Yeah.
Find those two. You would find a credit sheet that has 20 credits on it.
I don't know why I was expecting it to be bigger than that. I mean, it's this guy.
I'm surprised he had 20.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like a week wages for a citizen. $20.
That response is literally just Holtz has no idea of money and just goes into a bar to buy a drink with $200 bills.
Yeah.
You pay for drinks?
Exactly.
Walks up to the counter and just throws a wad of money at their face. Wasn't that funny?
I'm so glad that went through.
That fucking
That was smooth.
Yeah, that's scary.
Oh god.
Oh, god damn it. So are you gonna pick up the suitcase or am I?
I think you've got an armful already, so I might as well just try and stick them in my jacket or just hold on to them.
You just
Wherever they
taking the
fit.
blueprints in the book,
Yeah.
or are you gonna search them?
I feel like we should probably clear out from this building first before we give him a look. But
You
I'll
head
see
out
what Gizmo
carrying
says.
the guy. He's like, alright now, so that's a good business. See you again.
Yeah, you can pay for the door with what you got.
Broke my door?
Yeah, it's paid
Now
for!
he's-
Shut up! He keeps leaving.
Yeah, you just close the door.
just walk faster out the room.
You close the door strongly behind you, and Rattles falls off one of the hinges. My door. After 2 doors that done broke, now I gotta pay for 2.
I'm playing!
Then we cut back over to Malachi as you wake up.
Oh shit.
Here we go again.
It's been 4 minutes or 6 minutes.
Yeah, 6 minutes. Yeah, you're still in the room. You wake up on the floor, like looking down at you. So, you alright?
Yeah, headache.
Yeah. Gives you a hand up. And slaps a water canteen to you.
Yeah, Malachi begins sipping on it. Just, thank you.
You would notice that Jimmy and the other guy are gone.
Guessing my thing worked before,
Yeah. You seem to all of a sudden really trust us. When we told him that you were fine, he just took that on faith. Yeah, they've gone off to talk about proper business. Shouldn't be too much longer.
Does he need us to come with him or anything like that? Or can I rest up here a bit?
Yeah, they're doing the business talk. They'll be back in a few minutes, probably. And then we'll be heading out to collate the information.
All right. Good.
You're alright? You, pushed yourself there.
Yeah.
Happen often?
No. It was either I tried to, read some information from him, but I decided to take the risk on, instead of passing out and him finding out, went ahead and decided to leave you guys with a bit of insurance.
Well, just follow my fingers. Checks up, clicking, checking you for a concussion and doing some basic medical stuff on you.
Malachi is kind of looking at her just with his bandana, when she says "check my fingers."
Yeah, she does that. Sorry. Yeah, she just click at your ears, make sure that's fine.
Yeah,
gives you a few checks. All right, you just tied, didn't smack your head, thankfully. Well, plush carpet saved you fall.
This is probably the most direct care Malachi has received ever.
Yeah, it's the Medicaid would just his pills, go take, you're fine.
Also just been walk it off.
Walk it off, pussy.
Yeah, so everybody else just told you to walk it off. The Medicaid was just okay, you need surgery? No, alright, fuck off then.
By the way, your guns, mind checking if they're jammed?
I only have the sword.
Yeah. Just any tech devices.
She just takes it out. Battlefield starts up. Sit back.
Good. And how long would Malachi have to attempt to, basically until this meeting? Because meditation requires 10 minutes. Would he be able to get a meditation in?
Yeah, I'd say you'd have about another 10 minutes.
Okay. He's got to roll tough.
Meditation.
Let's see if he gets a fatigue back. Nah. He's at 5 out of 9.
Yeah. Well,
so.
You recover down to your toughness bonus. You recover your willpower.
Yeah.
Back.
Not bad.
Just
Not
pop
bad.
yourself back down to your toughness bonus in fatigue.
Yep, I did.
It's just not showing. Oh, it is. It's just hidden.
Yeah.
The rest of the bar is just hidden.
Malachi sneaky.
You spend a bit clearing your head, wiping away some of that warp energy build-up that's messing you up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then Jimmy struts back in. It's all right, we got our deal sorted. Come on. He leads you out.
Malachi presses himself up as he begins following.
Leads you out. Back out the building, back down the street, back up to your the place where you first met him. Sits down in it. Alright, that was pretty productive. You did good, Malachi. Bet if you don't knock yourself out next time, but that was good.
Had to make sure you guys, got something before I passed out.
Well, thankfully, he seemed to really fucking trust us with basically anything that I asked. So I went ahead and asked everything, and, know who's got him.
Let me
Thankfully,
guess.
turns out that little gang did a heist to get the guy, and then handed him off to this magister. Aldrich.
With the Magister, I thought it was the merchants, right?
Yeah, this is the head merchant. They got a fancy title.
I see.
Yeah, I think it's got different connotations elsewhere, but that's what they call it here. Oh, we know who's got it. He don't know where he's keeping them though. That's what we got found.
Yeah, that's what I figured. I'm trying to think what might be of use to us. Well, I'm assuming that's title of Inquisition. We don't want to go too loud now, do we?
Oh, now, as soon as he knows that there's an Inquisitor on this place, he's gonna immediately fucking hide all that shit.
I mean,
the thing of waving the badge around, people hear this Inquisitor, they're gonna stop doing their illegal shit.
I mean, did you have to tell our one fella that you were an
Nah, he
Inquisitor?
don't know. He just thinks I'm a really fucking trustworthy business partner. Which, by the way, does that wear off?
Nope.
All right, that's good. Gonna have to keep in my head that he's a potential contact here in the future. Well, potential contact to Pope Jimmy. Don't know how he'd feel about the other ones. And Helena.
Ah, lordy. So, what's the plan then? We gonna go ahead and possibly do well?
All right,
We're gonna
hey,
go
you
in-
can do a similar thing to the Magister, and that fucking sorts it. We just gotta get a bit of a meeting with him, which will take a bit more finagling. He's a bit more private about his direct meeting with business partners. So I've gotta set up a few things. Won't take me about a day.
As long as I can get some rest in, maybe even some prep time to scout out his areas.
Yeah, you get some rest, and I'll give you a bit of time to figure out what kind of approach you want.
All
So
right,
you're
then.
trained after all.
Sounds good.
Well, not you trained, you test.
Whatever to help you with.
Well, I gotta go scout mode, so I'll be seeing you in a minute. He steps through a room, you hear gunshots, and a body hit the floor.
I'm assuming that Malachi, like, he peeks around the corner and just sees, like, ghillie suit Jimmy just walking it by.
I think you peek around the corner and see like bloodstains slowly spreading out as that Space Marine is dragging the body off again. You don't see any ghillie suit. You don't see any ghillie suit Jimmy around because he's gone somewhere else.
Well, yeah. Malachi is going to go ahead and he's going to take 5 hours to go ahead and rest off the rest of his fatigue, make himself good. And then I don't want to go ahead and take up like too much time describing how Malachi scouts, but could I like roll a awareness, like, you know, see if I can.
Well, yeah. So what's the general thing that you're doing? Then I'll tell you what the role will be.
Malachi is going to go ahead and I'm assuming that the did Jimmy tell Malachi where exactly we were going or meeting?
No, but Helena can.
Oh, good.
Helena can tell you like a lot of stuff about this Magister, like where the base operations are, what kind of stuff he normally does.
Okay, yeah, Malachi will go ahead and ask her the general details. If it's a private establishment and people go there regularly for business, or
Yeah, so he does have a lot of business dealings. He's got his manor, which does not have business. He seems to go elsewhere for most business. That's just like his house.
okay,
I know he keeps dogs, a lot of dogs, and he lets them loose on the ground floor at night, and they are very hungry at night because he doesn't feed them during the day.
fucking asshole, God.
But they're like his security thing. They're extremely well trained.
Okay, huh.
Yeah, so like that's pretty good security on the ground floor at night.
I mean, I didn't know if I'm trying to figure out whether or not Jimmy is hoping for us to meet at his manor directly, or
Jimmy's just getting a meeting with him. He doesn't really care where it's gonna be because he just needs you to get in his head again.
well, I'm just trying to go ahead. Yeah, I mean, it would be a lot better to like scout out, like, hey, where do you want this meeting, so we can prep ahead of time. But you know what? If
It's like there's several places, several ways that he can do it. Just depends on what approach you think. It's testing you.
Thank you very much. Interesting. Okay, so if we go to the manor, I doubt that they're going to go ahead and have this guy in some sort of underground science bunker or whatever. And well, I would assume it would be further in town, maybe, or like. Malachi's logic on this one is that if we can get to a place that if we incidentally have to go loud, then there is a chance we might be able to either accidentally or better chance of stumbling and saving upon this guy.
Yeah.
So maybe, Malachi, I guess.
Yeah,
He doesn't-
I think you would know from Helena will tell you that he's He's like one of the biggest merchants around, so he's got fingers in basically every kind of business you can think of.
Okay.
Well, everything legal and a few things also illegal, but those aren't official. Those don't officially exist.
Of course, of course.
Any kind of trade you can think of, you can probably get a meeting with him about it if you come across as big enough traders for him to take personal interest, which Jimmy can take care of.
Yeah. Okay. Well, if it was in regards to meeting about pharmaceuticals, not going and directly accusing him or asking for poltergeist, but in regards to maybe another drug, maybe like, a major equipment or purchase of Frenzon or one of the other under-counter drugs, we might be able to go ahead and, well, that's the best place I'm looking at it, in a sense that if they have the supplies in regards to pharmaceutical making, that might be a better chance of where our guy would be, unless they privately go ahead and supply him.
Yeah, makes sense.
Okay.
So meet with him about some big like drug traders looking to set up a trade route or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's reasonably easy for Jimmy to fabricate that.
Yeah, so while Malachi is getting planned, if you want to cut back over to Holtz and Sator, it seemed like they were having a fun time leaving the party.
Yeah. So Sator and Holtz, what are you two up to?
I mean, I kind of like outlined my plan a little bit, but I guess like we spent a little bit of time like talking about like what we discussed or like what we learned, if anything.
Halfway through this, Sator will realize that he has detox with him, and then he'll think this or normal, this or no. Oh fuck it, and he'll use the detox. Yeah.
He just vomits on the street.
Vomits is on Holt's shoulder.
No.
Oh no! When that happens, Holtz just like points towards like a street, like a corner of a building, and just kind of like just steps a little back, just like dusts his shoulder off while he waits. Just kind of like impatiently tapping his foot.
Well, that was interesting.
Yeah, you vomit, Servitor comes up, immediately cleans it.
Yeah.
It's a pleasure world. Vomiting on the streets is very common.
It's still unacceptable.
Yeah. People don't appreciate it, but they're prepared.
So, did you learn anything?
Well, other than those VIPs rooms, not really.
Indeed, it didn't seem like the security for them was particularly strong, though. Seemed they were still exclusive.
Yeah.
On the other hand, I learned a bit of intrigue regarding the nobility of this planet. Particularly the Van Greys seem to have enjoyed an increase in status recently. And while the mistress enjoys the governor's company, the rest of our family tends to keep to themselves and organize very private parties for family members and their close associates.
Well, that sure sounds more like the private part that we were looking for.
Indeed. Unfortunately, it seems that they aren't keen on inviting outsiders very much, and you and I are definitely outsiders. Van Grey, that's what I said, yes.
Yes.
You're like Van Grey, you turn it into one word.
Okay. Like I said, I'm an outsider.
Yeah, just making it sound fun.
Thank you, Servitor.
Sounded chuckles and trundles away.
He doesn't have emotion. Wait, what? That's a servitor.
Made to simulate them.
That servitor is a bit too alive. I think that we should send him back. I think that we should report it.
Sus.
Sus. The servitor just vents.
Its name's Dusty Baka.
Yeah, anyway. Well, do you want me to speak with Velvet? I wouldn't be surprised if she would be willing to offer us something. If you would be willing to ask us for something for an invite to said party.
We're already asking quite a bit from her, and she's expecting things in return. I'm afraid that that avenue is problematic. I'd prefer to find an alternate route.
Fair enough. Well, we could always,
Crash it.
No. Remember that hold? The big treasure that those walkers of yours found?
Oh. Yes, we could use that, couldn't we?
Of course. Well,
Wipe out
it's
the
always...
Of course.
That, those carry its risk, but still.
Indeed. Unfortunately, you're the one most qualified to handle it at the moment, though. And it would have to be someone on your recommendation that goes in.
Well...
And it carries a certain amount of risk. We'd also have to figure out who's being invited to these parties and make sure that they don't show up to blow our cover.
Of course. The best plan would be to find someone who comes here, who just so happens to be here in a recent party but doesn't come around often for one reason or another. And maybe we get Malachi to read their mind again.
Just to make sure that we don't blow our own cover with false information. Indeed.
Of course.
No, that's a solid plan. I like it. We just need to find somebody that is so convenient. Perhaps we should get put some feelers out for this kind of person. And then make sure that they don't show up at an inopportune time.
Of course. We will have... Well, let's try to find this said person first, and we'll deal with the rest later.
Do you have any plans for finding somebody like this?
Well, you are the one who hired an entire camera crew.
It's true, I did. I suppose I could, put my monetary influence to good use.
Holt's considering using his money to do things? What a fucking concept.
You act like that's never happened before.
I act like it's still a foreign concept to you somehow.
But yeah, no, I mean, I'll just, hire people to hey, I need someone to discreetly find somebody who gets invited to these parties but doesn't show up very often. Essentially a discreet private eye.
Say on acquisitions with plus 20.
Okay.
Plus 30. That'd be common enough.
I'm just gonna roll a D100.
I would also be helping, so it would be like a plus 30 probably.
You can't really help with acquisition tests.
I think I succeed.
Still. Yeah, you succeed by a lot.
Yeah, so you find a few private eyes and send them to find this at the same time.
It's a little bit late, but I probably would have gone for best quality or something.
Yeah, they don't matter. You didn't need the modifiers for that. It's just how quickly and how good they were.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get a few going and finding things, and within a day you get back that. Well, a lot of people have heard of people getting invited to the parties. Nobody actually knows anybody who does get invited. They've all heard of somebody going there. Nobody's ever actually been there. It's kind of that thing of, a friend of a friend of a friend. Who is that friend? I don't know. But they've heard of somebody going. Don't know who they are.
So they've only... And that's the closest link that we can find?
Yeah, that's anybody they find that's I know somebody that went there. Who? I don't know. Just I heard it's they say that people get invited to there. It's that kind of thing.
When was the latest party that has actual documented evidence? Yes, there was a party.
Yeah. The last one of where people are pretty sure there was an last time an actual party would have been last week. Week and a day ago also.
And like, do they have any evidence of like this party? Like, could they hear music? Could they hear like it doesn't have to be like rave music, but like, do they have like people like out and about or something, like in fancy dresses and soirees and shit?
No, it's very private and internal. It's like a couple of people will arrive, but there'll be no sign of anything actually going on inside.
Also,
Like, oh hey, they've invited some people over. They must be doing one of their party things.
about how common are they?
Not very. It's like once a month, twice a month, maybe.
So
reserved.
we'd have to stick around for a little bit to find another one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like sticking by the vague schedule, probably like within a week or so. So they have 1 or 2 months, is roughly every 2 weeks.
Okay. And what about people leaving?
But yeah, they tend to leave afterwards. It's like they go there, stay for a few hours, sometimes a night, and then they leave in the morning.
You know, one thing I just want to say here as a quick interjection that I think is funny. The sheer amount of, like, flowing trench coats in this party is overwhelming.
Everybody except Gizmek.
What can we say?
Yeah,
We have
basically.
Hey, it is a...
I mean,
It is a
Malachi's is, like, the
fashion-
shortest. But, yeah, all of you are doing that, and you know, Gizmek's over here, like...
It is the thing in 40k. People like the flowing trench coats. Just ask the commissars.
Technically, I'm wearing an admiral's uniform, but
Yeah. Like,
It's,
like
it's
the
a
literal,
glorified, fancy, rich prick trench coat. Don't you even try. Get with
like-
the program, Gizmek.
It's like the outfit of commissars is the long flowing trench coats.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
it's
I'm,
like
I'm
an
sorry.
actual
I'm sorry to break
yeah.
the flow, but that was just really funny to me as I was
Fine.
noticing it. I was like moving shit around. All right, go ahead.
We should give Gizmek a long flowing trench coat just for the theme.
Everyone,
so
everyone else in the
polished.
party, everyone else in the party has a trench coat intervention.
It's like, Gizmek, we've noticed the lack of materials flowing around your thighs. That needs to change.
Yeah.
Don't even like get one that's properly fitting to him, so it's like the arms are almost about to
Yes.
shred
They're
off.
ripped. Yeah.
Yeah.
You just sew 2 commissar jackets together.
Wears it as a cape.
God damn. I'm sidetracked this so much, but go back to your thing.
yeah. Oh shit. That like. I mean, it sounds like we need access to that party to like see if we can get anything going on. But like, I don't know. Was there? I guess we can't even ask if like there was like any space traffic coming in, because obviously there's space traffic. It's a goddamn pleasure world. I mean, like anyone, in the fact that like, oh, I know a guy who was sent there, but who? And they just say I don't know. Like, obviously we can't attach any names other than Van Gray. Or Van Gray. Or however you... Yeah.
Yeah.
So, shit. I mean... And they're obviously not going to just let us walk in. Unless... We can't even, like, polymorphine ourselves in there unless we get a name and a face. Shit.
Yeah.
That's a doozy.
Hmm.
So we cut over to somebody else so that you guys think of it.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, what
Yeah.
are we up to?
Yeah. Yeah.
Does it
do you
have
want-
like a
do you wanna go-
location for us to go?
Yeah. So do you want to get a Malachi or do you want to get a Gizmo?
If you guys want to, I mean,
I feel like we
I'm
haven't
fine
swapped
with
back
whatever.
Yosef and Gizmek in a little bit.
Yeah, it's
go
been a
for
while
it.
for Gizmek and Yosef.
Oh yeah, we just...
Yeah.
Yeah. So you guys have your stuff and you're heading to the meeting point on it? Or it says like, yeah, when you get the info, come here. So you guys are heading to this meeting. It's it's like basically gives like a very reputable It's not like a tavern, like the fancy version of that.
An inn
In
or something.
the upper hives. Yeah, kind of. Like, it's not quite a hotel. It's something. It's
A
like
B&B.
kind of. I can't. Yeah, I don't know what it is.
I don't know either. That's why I'm
Yeah.
posting.
Yeah, it's like a fancy place to get alcohol, a meadery or something like that. Yeah, and you
Whatever,
get
yeah.
sent to there, and you get to basically show that and say that you have the information, then you'll get directed where to go from there.
Yeah, we got the stuff we had. What is
Now,
right place?
Hold up the documentation. On
Are you just still carrying him unconscious?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you
Gizmek gives no
fucks.
fucks.
You definitely get a few arbiters in speech, like, sir, what are you doing with that body? And you show the
You just hold up
show
the
wanted
fucking
poster.
wanted poster, yeah.
Yeah, they let you go by. It probably just gets a little bit annoying. Every couple of blocks, an arbiter stops you and asks why you're carrying him unconscious down through the street.
After a while, Gizmek gets really annoyed at constantly doing this, so he sets the guy down for a moment and takes a moment to, like, yoink a stapler or something from somebody and just, like, staple it to his shoulder plate for the time being.
Oh, I thought you were going to staple it to his forehead.
I was thinking of that too, but no. I'm just
I
going
honestly
to
thought you was just gonna
staple it
dump
on.
him.
I'm just going to staple it onto my shoulder plate and just like, and whenever people do it, he's like sick of having to hold it up in between like carrying this dude. So whenever they stop him now, he's just like shoulder plate and keeps walking.
Yeah, there's excuse me, so you just tap it and keep walking.
Should have
Yeah,
stapled the wanted poster to the guy's head. Just like over his face.
I mean, that would be the orky thing to do, but it will also kill the motherfucker.
Depends on the size of your staple.
He didn't even put up
Just get
a
an
fight.
extra small one.
Gizmek doesn't like to kill people who don't put up a fight because that's boring. Like, he didn't fight, he just said weird shit and stood there like a weirdo and got knocked out in one hit. That wasn't even a fight. Gizmek's bored and rather, honestly, like, just as much as Yosef fucking done with his job.
Yeah, you head over to that meadery and you, like, you're like, excuse me, sir, how can I help you? And you show the body and they're like, ah, yes, just a moment. Like, step in the back. After a moment, they come back out. Like, yes, to meet at room 403 of points across the street to a hotel.
Thanks.
Just, sorry, what is your name?
Gizmek.
Okay. Goes back in the room, comes back out, says, okay, they'll be expecting you. Go in, give your name, and then you can have your meeting.
Just tell him the orc. It's easier that way.
Well, I've already given the name, and
Whatever. Gizmek is like very dismissive in his tone at this point to everyone that comes up to him. He's just like sick of talking to Yumis. Except for Yosef, who keeps getting his like venting bitching in between shit, actually.
yeah, you guys head over to the hotel.
Hey. I would at least.
You
Yosef
head
coming
over
home?
as you come in, they start to ask for your name.
Gizmek.
You here for that meeting in room 403?
Yes.
Okay, very well. Elevator's there. Hit the button. It should be working for you.
He's like not even listening. He just presses a button.
You go in there, you're going to hit 403. Probably slightly crack it. You go up and it opens into, the penthouse. See, this very large, very magnificent looking room.
That would be Yosef, that would be the exciting part, though. Don't tempt me.
There's a self-destruct button on the elevator?
Yes.
It's like the disconnect switch for the like chains and shit that just go barreling down to their death.
There's not even a cover on it, you can just fucking press it.
Just slides down the shaft, and then as soon as it hits
I mean,
the bottom,
it's
it
a
just
pleasure
explodes
world.
randomly.
If people want to go there and commit suicide by some weird means, that's their way out.
Yeah, it's got Futurama suicide boost.
Yeah, I was just about to say,
Yeah.
set the
Except
suicide.
it's a fucking elevator suicide booth.
It's a suicide.
Suicide. Oh my
Yeah.
fucking God.
That just puts you through enough G's during the slide that you Time to goo.
All right, I'm gonna fix things real quick here.
A minute.
Oh,
I'm
I'm gonna
sorry.
fix things real quick. I have to pull out Gizmek from here, and I have to
Oh, you're
do
gonna
like
make a suicide?
that. I have gained fatigue from this bullshit.
Malachi doesn't have fatigue. Hold on, he's out. There.
Too much sneaking.
Malachi being sneaky. He's being sussy.
Oh wait, while we're waiting for the baby, I need to pull up a picture for you, and we need to like chart ourselves.
Discuss.
oh boy. Do you want? Holz, do you want to continue the discussions while Zach is out?
Yeah, sure. We could continue the discussions.
I
don't
just
really have
I
any
need the
good
blank of
ideas,
this
but-
fucking triangle.
Well, wait, doesn't Malachi have his invisibility cloak?
He does. He
But
does.
he did say that he will be on vacation for
Does he
now.
have the elder wand though?
Yeah, that's true. He probably wouldn't be inclined to investigate this. Unlikely that we can get his assistance. We'll have to find some other. We could try and sneak our way in, but after all, it's not like the security of the governor's mansion extends to the security of a noble's house.
Well, we
All
still
right, I found
don't
the
know
blank.
what security they even have there.
All right,
We
are
don't
y'all
see-
ready? Are y'all ready to work with me on this because this is very important?
Okay, what's up?
It's in the general.
We have
Okay.
to place ourselves where we would be.
Yeah, place all of us
right.
and as many NPCs as you can.
Bottom left. Holds.
Oh yeah, it's a triangle, so you can put yourself in the middle too. Fuck.
I'm gonna edit this with paint to place myself in here.
I don't
Mal-
have.
I feel like I'm dead left corner.
Same.
Malachi would be in between. We have food at home and McDonald's, like the right corner or the right line.
I can tell you right now, Gizmek would be at the absolute bottom right and would be like fucking like grabbing the wheel to go get food.
McDonald's.
Sator would probably
Floors
be
it
between.
into the building and crashes through the wall.
Sator would be between.
I want food.
Yeah.
Can we
Sator is between pulls into the drive-thru and McDonald's.
Can we get an RP of the party going through the drive-through at McDonald's?
Yes.
If Holtz is driving, it's going to be the bottom
so.
left corner.
Yeah, as long as you remain driving.
Gets out of the car, just slams the engine, gets back in, and Holtz tries to drive it.
Picks up the entire car and just throws it into the McDonald's.
Yeah, just like he's still in the car, he just shoves his feet through the ground and fucking like Flintstones the motherfucking car over.
I didn't get to order.
I just can't get the image out of my head of just like the car smashing through the wall and like killing half the staff. So you won't even be able to get the food anyway. But
There's a fire, there's corpses all strewn about. Gizmek's just like, I want McDonald's.
I want my chicken nuggets.
Chicken nugget.
I also just imagine like if we went like to McDonald's and all of a sudden like fucking Holtz was about to pull that shit off, he would just be like, nah! He'd like get out of the car and grab the back bumper and just hold it there.
No. Gizmek grabs the handbrake and breaks it off, pulling it.
No, we ain't leaving till I get my chicken nuggies.
Alright,
No. Now remember, Gizmek, you have to say that Cactus Jack sent you.
Who the fuck? He starts clucking his heels together. There's no place like home.
I did not need the mental image that came to my mind of him wearing like
Red
Ruby slippers.
heels.
Heels, yeah.
What is this coffee thing?
Tails of coffee.
It's what you get in exchange for tea.
What's a tea?
I don't know, some Eldari shit, man.
Don't even call it that anymore. Humans literally like a fucking game made up by the British where they don't call it tea.
Just got Yusuf in the back looking like got the awkward.
This called
looking to-
Tana.
Okay, okay. I have a question. If we're all in the car, who gets the middle hump in the back seat? Is my question.
Let's hope for everybody
Yusuf.
else it's not Gizmo.
It is Gizmek. Gizmek is like shoving you both into the wall.
No, what are the positions of everyone in the car?
Holtz is driving. Holtz is driving.
Holt is driving. Is Satan with Holt?
I would assume either Sator or Malachi are in the shotgun.
No,
taking
I mean
shotgun.
Sator's shotgun because he's literally the
Yeah.
navigator, and that's where the fucking navigator goes in the car.
Yeah.
Just like the dude with the fucking map and the GPS app in his hands.
Malachi is
Yeah.
getting crushed against the left window. Just with Gizmek.
Joseph's against the right window.
Just like
and Giz-
hardcore mansplaining
Yeah.
right now.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I'm gonna get comfy.
Absolutely. Gizmek's just like, I ain't gonna crank myself up just cause you got a dinky little truck.
Just hear the crunching of bones.
Just
Yeah.
the shoulder spikes going literally through the roof of the car.
Yeah, exactly. Like
couldn't
Gizmek
even get out if he
doesn't
wanted
take
to.
off the fucking armor at all because he's an orc. Why would he need to take off the armor? That's a dumb idea.
He's got his giant like
The Barbie
war-sized,
Girl
like,
theme is playing the whole
poking through
time.
the car.
Shut the fuck up, Skroak. This whole entire time, just like Gizmek's in the backseat in the middle, crushing you two against the windows, bouncing up and down to the fucking Barbie Girl theme.
I'm a Bobby Git.
I'm a Barbie kid in a Barbie world. Whoa!
How about we play Truth or Dare again?
I don't know. It's sort of that
Oh,
hypothetical.
goddammit.
Just
Welcome to McDonald's.
Oh yeah, we have.
What can I get for you today?
Yeah.
Oh,
just,
you
like
chicken
one
nuggies.
iced coffee. Just one iced coffee.
Gizmek
Will
just
that
like,
be all for today?
No, that's it.
Yay! Gizmek just grabs the handbrake and cracks it. He just screams at the top of his lungs, "Give me all your chicken nuggies!"
Is this a separate order or together?
Same order, same tab. Gizmek just glares at Holtz.
Separate order.
The next thing Holtz feels is the back of his chair getting the hardest kick. He just like
That was the case, he
spirals.
kicked through the windscreen.
He just like spirals past the wheel into the windscreen for a moment, and the dude on the other end just hears a crack.
Literally ejects.
yeah, ejects. Just undoes itself. Holtz is like slightly sideways in his chair.
All right. Separate order. How many orders of McChicken nuggets would you like, sir?
All of them. Holtz just unconscious at this point.
30.
That is an important question, Skrulk. Serious question. Honey mustard or barbecue sauce?
Actually, today we're doing the Szechuan sauce from the Rick and Morty
Ah, fuck
franchise.
that!
Would you
He
be
just
interested in
like
that?
forces the wheel to drive off.
Oh, quickly, Gizmek. Take a right turn. And another right turn. And another right turn.
What are we playing, NASCAR?
No, take another right turn. And click on the wheel as hard as you can.
Just a full 180 or 360.
Yeah, so Gizmek is just like fucking like making this little truck that we're all in just like go around the fucking building, go to like the end of the parking lot, turn around and start charging towards it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I was trying to do.
Yeah, basically that GIF, except instead of a curb, it's the fucking McDonald's.
Sator double check that he has his fucking seat belt on and then takes whatever drugs he has with him.
The less drugs you can.
I get it now. I get it. This is the 3 a.m. McDonald's trip for the party.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Unlike
the employees are like trying to be done, like like really upset with us because we're ordering at 3 a.m. But none of us give a shit.
You pull up to the drive-thru and they just say, "Fuck you."
No, it's literally just like they're about to change shift with like the really early morning ass motherfuckers. Where they're pulling up, giving them all sorts of shit, and they have to take this last order before they're allowed to grab their shit together and fucking leave.
And none of us can decide like what we're actually ordering.
Yeah.
We talk about like splitting kids' meals and just random shit. Just like how many chicken tenders, how many chicken
Hey,
nuggets you
don't
guys
discount the kid meals. You save a lot of money from getting in.
And you also get a toy or a book.
Yeah, that's a big part.
Hello, Zach.
He comes back to us yelling about McDonald's.
Hey, 50 chicken nuggets.
McDonald's.
Oh, goddamn. Alright, where was we at? I honestly fucking forget.
Yeah, you guys just got to the penthouse.
Oh, yeah, we just walked into the penthouse. I have this fucking wanted poster stapled to my shoulder and I'm holding the guy.
Yep. Yeah, and you see this woman there meeting you, and he's like, like a lab coat, goggles on the head, full like science look. Yeah, thank you. Please come in. So you got the guy. Did you get the info as well?
Yeah, he's got it. He points at Yosef.
I just
Right, so come on in.
slowly chuck him to you.
That brings you over to this like sitting room thing. A table with various like finger foods and alcoholic and drinks and stuff on it. Yeah. Right. So can you hand me the information so I can check?
Yeah, I'll just kind of chuck nonchalantly the folder and the whatever the other thing was called. My brain's not
Yeah,
working.
there's a journal and like a scroll case thing.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, it's like an underhand toss, I gather.
Mhm.
Yeah, she like catches the scroll case, the book hits the floor.
Chuck it at his face.
Yeah, she like catches the scroll case, dodges the book. Because she uses two hands to catch it.
All the meanwhile, Gizmek is grabbing up one of the
fix the
plates of
bucket.
finger food and just like chugging it all down his throat.
Tilts it.
Hoping that there's any chicken nuggies.
Yeah, she like gets the scroll case, picks up the book. Yeah, she like opens the scroll case, takes it out, she maybe checks over what's in it. checks over for a minute. Rolls it back up, puts it in, takes the book, flips through it quickly, and just hands it back. Actually, no, she wouldn't hand it back, she keeps it still. Yeah, she looks through it and like sets it down, obviously not part of the information. Like, well, thank you, that is what we're after, so you will get your reward, and you even got him in alive, thank you.
Yeah, where you want me to put him? I don't care. Gizmek just turns around, sits him in the chair, and just like fucking like finds something to strap him in.
Just a moment, she like leans over, it's like, could security come up, please? And after a moment, an arbiter steps in, comes over, and she like points to him, he like manacles him, like walks it, like carries him off. And he's like slowly now coming to, in like an hour. Like, well, I thank you for your efficiency.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I'm just gonna nod.
Your reward will be transferred to you within the next hour. And yes, thank you. If you have anything else and you're nearby, we'll be sure to contact you.
Please don't. He leaves.
Very well then.
He's just like, I took up a bounty hunter job looking for a fight and I found some delusional old Yumi. This is just like, this is literally just Gizmek being in the car and Holtz getting away with going up, ordering a single coffee and leaving without getting Gizmek his chicken nuggies. That's how he's feeling right now.
You should have just said this is a disappointment, but yes.
No, I needed to paint the picture.
Yeah.
My disappointment is immeasurable.
When Hope doesn't get the chicken nuggies.
See, you guys can mark the extra profit factor from that cool million. I'll add that.
Yay.
You're at 59 now.
Yeah, good.
10 more, and it would have been very nice.
You'll get
If I
there.
had to
We'll
deal
get
with
there.
10 of that guy, I
Once
probably
you
would have
get
shot
to
myself.
70, you get to 70, just purposely burn one just to get the
Yeah,
funny number.
yeah. Alright,
What?
now we only need 50 more 100 more arena battles to get there, approximately.
So yeah, you guys are fairly disgruntled and upset about how this bounty hunting went. Head out of the room.
Yeah. Gizmek
Yeah,
at this
like,
point
I
is
think
just.
take-
Gizmek at this point is basically just going to turn to Yosef. He's just like, this place is fucking boring. Want to come back to my ship?
Just shrug and say, why not?
The next part of this is basically just Gizmek getting back to his Aquila, wherever the fuck it is,
Yeah.
eventually, and bringing Yosef back to his ship to introduce him to the death cult fight pit.
Yeah, so you head over for that, and then let's cut back over to Malachi.
Yep.
Okay, yes.
Malachi, you've got your little plan.
I got a little plan. I DM'd it to you. Basically, you know what? It's nothing private, so I'll fucking put in the chat because I want you guys to be informed as well. Bada bing, bada fucking boom there. And yeah, so Malachi, he goes ahead and he's going to activate his powers of disguise once again and become Marco.
And you see Jimmy comes in.
Follow.
This son of a bitch. What
That
the,
is.
what the fuck?
Seeing that picture, all I can think of is the fucking dad from Invader Zim is just like, not scientifically possible!
He's like, alright, Malachi, we going on the meeting then? Pharmaceutical merchant, let's go.
His name is Captain Science now. I don't fucking care. He just
Jimmy
looks like
Science. And I'm
Jimmy
captain. I'm not actually captain, but I call himself captain. Let's go.
Jesus Christ.
Got a mission to do.
I rolled the exact same roll for disguise again. What the fuck?
Hey, you're not failing it.
I got 6.1 degrees the first time too. Malachi.
Let's go. I get the meeting. Let's go. We don't need hair like that. Just you.
Very well.
We'll be waiting on louder security. Let's go.
Let us go then. Oh. Dun, 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 dun.
Marco is Spanish, apparently.
I'll pull up a picture that I have for him, but yeah, continue.
Yeah, he leads you around. You come up, fairly quickly to like this very nice, large, fancy pharmacy kind of thing. You head on in. Jimmy shows some papers, gets directed through, and you reasonably quickly come into this nice office room in the back, and you see a very serious-looking man. This is like, dark suit, like a fancy walking cane, your pocket watch. Comes in, like, well, I believe we're here to you looking into assistance with creating trade routes here. Yes. Many things. You seem good. You're a billion in this business, so we want to make a better deal with you. This is my associate, Marco.
It is a
man.
It is a pleasure to meet you. I'm looking to further expand my skills in understanding the art of the deal.
Come to the right place then. Very well. And he sits down. You get stuff called in. And yeah, a meeting starts going on as they talk business.
Very good. Malachi is going to go.
What's Marco doing?
Marco is going to first go ahead and do a quick awareness. He wants to go ahead and get a view of his surroundings, as well as if he notices anything, maybe like in regards to not only security, but if any possible body language. If this guy is like, if he has his hands specifically underneath a desk that may be suspicious, like he might have a buzzer underneath there, or I'm looking for protocols. 6 degrees of success on the awareness. If you
Nice. You glance around the room. You don't see any overt security cameras, but you see a few items that are pointed in the right direction that most likely have some kind of hidden cameras in there. So it is surveyed, but nothing obvious. You notice that he's sitting there comfortably, but you also notice slight tension to him. So he is ready like at all times to move towards something.
Okay.
Like he's there. It's like really, if somebody pulls a gun or anything, he would be ready to act. Like he's eternally expecting somebody to attack him, or at least is ready for it.
I'm assuming because we're kind of new in a sense that if we're not ready,
we get the idea that is just like his passive stance. Like he is always ready for something like this.
Interesting.
Yeah, he's definitely calculating, watching both of you as well, keeping a very close eye on you. Seemingly reading you in the same way that you're reading him right now. And no security in here, but he's got a couple rings on him. One of those could certainly be like a what's the word?
A digi-weapon?
Yeah, digi-ring.
Okay.
Most likely a digi-ring, so he has some kind of weapon. No hands hovering near buttons or anything. You do know that there were some security that were right outside the door. So any noise and they would burst in immediately.
Okay.
Yeah, so definitely, he looks very relaxed, but you can tell he is ready for shit to go down at any time.
Understandable.
Yeah, similar to Holtz.
I see. Mind if I go ahead and right now I'm just hoping to I'm trying to gather as much situation or information as I can, and Malachi is going to go ahead and looking at him up and down. He would like to use a power that he got from his logomancy discipline, which is body reading, and I'll go ahead and post it in general for you. Basically, it's very similar to psychomancy, and Malachi begins just kind of like reading this guy.
Roll your willpower.
Allow me to see what I can.
It's not opposed. You just make the thing.
Yep. 2.1 degrees of success, but that's all I really need.
Yeah. So, age in Homeworld, he is 65, but does not look, he looks around 30, so clearly juvenile treatments.
Mm-hmm.
Homeworld is here. You can tell by like, the way he talks now, he's got the accent. What's a frequent here? He doesn't really leave it. Nothing about the way he talks suggests he's been other places.
Mm-hmm.
Slight bit of pickup here and there, so he definitely deals with people, but nothing here. Languages, Gothic, Low Gothic. Probably like, knows a bit about a couple others, but isn't actually fluent in anything else.
I see.
What kind of person they are. Paranoid.
Interesting.
Yeah, eternally paranoid and very smart.
Very smart. Okay.
Very smart, cautious, he's a very planning guy. Like, this guy could probably make a decent Inquisitor.
Interesting. And finally, this is going to be a very interesting. I have a bit of a. I want to go ahead and I want to roll Psyniscience to detect if he might have any possible passive, either if there's anything either psychic in this room, if he might have any psychic, possibly abilities, or in the regards of anything against psychic defenses. Love to know.
Since you focus and like reach out to sense any warp presence.
6.3 degrees. I rolled a 9. That is good.
As you scan around, you find nothing on him. It's like he doesn't have any mind reading resistant things. I think you also know he is very strong willed, like even more so than Taka.
Yeah.
He's a very strong willed guy. If I'm like reading, he's probably semi-trained in resisting this stuff, so possibly you might recognize it if you're not careful.
Okay.
But also with that, you would notice in like a part of the wall, like there is some like psychic presence behind it, which would suggest like a powerful psyker is just hiding behind or in the wall.
Okay.
So you can just like dimly make them out like through the wall, like you got thermal vision.
That's interesting. If my okay, I want to go ahead and ask this then. In regards to my psychic powers, will a lot of them require me? I suppose I'm assuming that the psychic can go ahead and hear whatever is going on past here and like sense what's going on inside of this room. Would I be able to use some of my powers since they are considered within range on specifically the psyker?
You could try. You'll have a penalty since you can't actually see them and stuff. You just know roughly where they are. Like, it's a bit harder to reach out to them without seeing them. So you have like a minus 10 or something. It's not a huge penalty.
Okay. I mean, yeah, considering that I can soul sense them with Signiscience. Give me one moment. I'm going ahead and just looking through my powers. And I'm really glad that...
Although you wouldn't know, like, if they're a psyker, it's like trying anything on them, they would notice. Like, unless you rolled really well against them, they would notice.
Yeah. Well, depending on the power I used, of course.
Yeah. Yeah, they're a lot more likely to notice than a normal person.
Okay. I keep on forgetting I have this power. Of course. Fucking... Alright. So I got a plan. So... For Malachi, he is going to go ahead and... Well, you know, enjoying this art of the deal. He is going to attempt to use a power. A power that I very much... forgot that I even had, and it is called Chrono Sickness, as basically a wave of distortion as goes ahead and goes. It's not only going to go ahead and target our dear merchant here. It's going to target the Psyker. I want to go. Which? So Chrono Sickness. Because the waves of distortion that affects his enemies. Choose the creature equal or targets equal to his willpower bonus, which is up to 5. They must make a toughness test. If the creature fails, they suffer a psi rating times 5, which would be a total of minus 30 to all tests except for toughness, until they attempt to pass the test at the beginning of their test.
Just the thing of they would notice that they're feeling like shit when you use this power.
That's completely fine.
What?
And yes.
Alright, so toughness test for Aldrich. He rolls a 6.
Hold on. I was doing the Psyker. Yeah.
I thought you were hitting both of them.
No, because the thing with Aldrich is that he would notice the Psyker, yeah, he would fucking feel like shit, but at the same time, Malachi's looking to weaken his willpower to use another power on him.
Alright.
Let me also roll.
He rolled... he succeeds. Actually, no, he does not. He normally would have, but something makes him fail.
5.2 degrees of success, no trigger. Alright, that goes off well.
He activates that. Right. Yeah. He like, sense no reaction from it. Didn't seem to clock that you caused that.
And Malachi is going to go ahead and use Master Manipulation on that Psyker. So
he gets a minus 30?
For him, yes.
96, don't matter.
Damn. Alright.
You roll. Well, you roll. It might matter.
3.7 degrees.
Yeah, don't matter.
So, and let me roll a d5. 4 degrees of fatigue. Alright. I can live with that. Alright, so yes, Malachi, as he reaches out to this Psyker, he kind of, with the disguise of Marco de Rosa, he goes ahead and smirks underneath his witty jaw, and the Psyker, he goes ahead and feels as he realizes that these men are clearly just normal merchants looking to do what they are, that he should go ahead and drop his guards, not needing to worry about them whatsoever. They're clearly not threats, even if the boss tells him of his job.
So you're putting in there that you two are not threats?
We're not threats, we're not psychic threats, like, you know, he just drop your guard, don't worry about us.
Well, yeah. Put that idea in, and you feel like that seems like relax a little bit, not paying as much attention as before.
Very good. And Marco is going to go ahead and let the meeting continue a little bit more as he's gonna go ahead and let's see here. I'm looking at some of my thingamabobbers. And yeah, no, he's going to go ahead and all right, if it's a merchant, that's okay. I'm sorry, I'm doing a lot of internal monologuing here, sounding like a crazy person, and yeah.
It's fine.
Implying you aren't.
Oh.
Yeah, it's okay. We're all crazy here,
It's
though.
fucking low-hanging fruit. You just did that one to yourself.
Oh no, I'm completely fine with that. And,
You better be.
and I think Malachi, because I don't want to take this too long, I think he's going to get right into the nitty-gritty of just doing the master manipulation on the guy.
You're gonna push just to make sure it works and like take out all the.
I was thinking that. However, if you go ahead and think of a merchant that this guy is so paranoid, he's probably going to have those cameras as warded, so they might be like hardwired.
That's fair.
Yeah, like if you have hidden security cameras, they're
you
probably
know.
going to be high quality.
Or if the cameras fail, guards will come in.
Yeah. Yeah, you're probably not getting secret spy cameras and getting shitty versions if you're a wealthy merchant.
If you're paranoid like this guy. All right, yeah, Malachi is going to go ahead and attempt to do a good old master manipulation to go ahead and get it out of the way. I'll go ahead and I'll let you roll his willpower defense sack.
Ooh, you rolled a 4. They like rolling fours.
No, what the fuck is with you rolling? No, don't you fucking laugh at me. This motherfucker rolls a 4, a 6, a 7, a 4. Fuck you.
Rolled a 4, man. Don't know what to tell you. The red dice have been rolling.
You went 100%.
The red dice have been rolling well today.
You know what? Fuck you. I might go ahead and just push, actually, but fucking let me think on this because I'm really frustrated right now.
Sorry, man. Sorry, man. They've been rolling well.
I know. I'm just trying to figure out what exactly I probably need to beat. It'd probably be around a 65 or something.
Just roll a 4, man. You'll win.
Just roll.
Yeah, so he got 4.8 degrees of success. He's got 52 willpower.
Okay. I'm sorry, I have Fluff blowing me up in the background. I'm just like, what the fuck?
What the
I'm
fluff?
trying. Yeah, Fluff is all right.
How many fate points do you have left?
I have 3, so if I get
If you get one back
If you
and
get
you
2,
push,
you can bump all of them into.
and if you
Awesome.
manage to roll 9 on the rerolls of the fate points, yeah.
yeah,
Also,
and I have.
Did you re-roll the one?
I
you
did
can
not.
for
I did
both?
not. Thank you for reminding me.
Yeah.
I used a second fate point. Fuck, it doesn't matter. I can't win these.
Yeah.
I think like you guys have gotten out once.
Malachi's got me
Barely
once
each
confirmed.
Yeah. We barely get this.
God damn it, Fluff! Stop spamming me. I'm gonna try a punishment for using a normal roll, or a pushed roll. Yeah, I really don't want to fuck this up. I'm just gonna go ahead and use a normal willpower, unfettered, not pushing. Let's see how this goes.
I believe in you.
Appreciate it, man.
There we go.
Yo! Let's fucking go!
Yeah, so
You rolled a 5.
Yeah, so you reach into his head.
That wasn't a 4. It's too bad.
It's not 4. Yeah, I got re-roll, guys. Got to re-roll.
So it's like you reach into his head, feel that resistance, you're like, nope. Straight through. Barely even slows you down. Yeah, what are you putting in there?
It's going to be the same. You know what? It'd be the same exact thing that just to save on context and very specific stuff. Malachi's gonna put in the same exact thing that he did for Pekka. Basically, Jimmy and Marco are seen as the most trustworthy individuals he's ever met. He could go ahead and tell them his entire life story, and they would surely be willing to accept him and be trustworthy.
Yeah, roll your fatigue.
I got to roll my fatigue, but Malachi is looking.
What kind of fucking accent bullshit is this?
It is called a Spanish accent.
Yeah, vaguely Spanish.
Vaguely Spanish, very
Spanish.
eccentric.
Vaguely Spanish conquistador.
Dun, 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 dun.
It doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't really sound nice. You got the guitar in the background.
Zorro.
Zorro.
The chat. Hey, sorry about this malarkey, but the chat told me to do this.
What?
Told me
What'd
to
you
slap
do? Chat told me to do this.
Yeah.
They told me to
Nothing.
slap malarkey.
I thought you were gonna go ahead.
Oh, I
and,
thought you just bonked your table or something.
oh,
I did,
waiting
but I
for you to do something.
I mean,
I thought you like bonked it by accident. You were doing something else.
I thought you were gonna pull like a Zorn for some reason and say like sorry Malachi, but that roll is a complication somehow. I was like, yeah, it's just like I got paranoid. I was just like, wait, what? What can the chat do that I don't know?
yeah, so while you wasn't paying attention, I implemented a system where if the chat give me teeth, I can fuck with you.
Alright, so now we all have to roll for mutation.
No, it'd be Malachi. Malachi doesn't notice the second psyker that was in the room.
In the roof above him.
Okay.
Yeah, the psyker was the guard.
But there was actually a third psyker under him.
How deep does this rabbit hole go?
There's so many psychers.
It's Psycho Requiem.
Dun, 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 dun.
Nobody expects a Psycho Inquisition.
Malachi's
There we
gonna
go.
use that one. Malachi's gonna use that one.
Yeah, so you reach in. You do that power. You manage to not pass out this time. You probably do like. I imagine you guys would like arrange a signal for you to do like when you're done. You like scratch your cheek in a specific way, and Jimmy knows that he now really trusts you.
Yeah.
You start asking him about stuff. Let's see how that goes. Alright, Jimmy rolled a 4.
Yeah!
See,
Hey,
Red
now
Dead's
you
the
got
place.
what? Now you're not pissed that Zach rolled another 4? That's a
Zach
little
rolled
bit
a-
hypocritical of you.
Zach,
Take
you
a
roll
look.
for
That's a
Zach
little
rolled-
sus.
My friend, it is very suspicious that he rolls a 4, I roll a 5, he rolls another 4.
There's
Zach
way
rolled
to
a
dice,
4 in
don't
a-
worry.
Do you want me to roll it again? Do you want me to
No.
re-roll
No.
it? I
Oh,
will.
no, my friend. It is an eye for an eye. It is an eye. It is an eye for an
You
eye.
rolled 2 4s in a
Are
row.
you sure? 'Cause I got an 85. We can use that one instead if you prefer.
Only if it is an 84.
No.
No.
Get the drives, bring up the Satan.
Zach,
All
I
right.
think we need to implement you rolling into the console, but fuck it, whatever.
What the fuck? All right. Just he rolled a 4. What the fuck?
Yeah, so he starts. Yeah, Jimmy starts talking with him now, slowly pushing it towards the talking about poltergeist. He seems very amenable to talking about it. He mentions been doing some experiments with it, experimenting exactly what it can do. That's the guy that made it. And he actually, with the 4, Jimmy manages to talk him into giving you guys a tour.
Yeah!
Yeah, so you guys head up and you start heading out and go on a very circuitous route through the city, seemingly making sure that they don't get followed by anybody. They can lead you over to this small, like, run-down-looking facility. This looks like a manufactorium that hasn't been used in a while.
Hey, Zach, can Malachi go ahead and roll a awareness to see if he basically to pick up on his surroundings in a sense?
Hmm.
He wants to go ahead and as they're going there, he wants to see if he might be able to, if they needed to say, get out in a pinch, be able to find like a safe spot he could, retreat to. Would I even need to roll for that, or should I?
Not particularly here. It's like the streets are fairly windy, so like finding your way will be hard, but then also pursuing you will be hard.
Yeah.
There's lots of like reasonably run down buildings. Like this looks like a manufacturing area that's kind of been like left behind. Like they moved most of the stuff elsewhere.
So like Detroit?
Kind of, yeah. It's got a Detroit feel.
Yeah, at least it's not Detroit.
Detroit
I mean,
factory.
wait, shit.
Detroit factory district kind of thing. Bunch of like old abandoned factories, and this specific one that you're going towards It looks
Malachi
exactly the
wishing you
same,
were in-
completely abandoned.
Malachi wishing you were in Cleveland town instead.
Dude, fuck Cleveland, alright? I just fuck Cleveland. I have been through Cleveland twice, and it is the worst damn place in my life. I'm sorry to cut off, like, this narration shit, but this needs to be said. Fuck Cleveland! Anybody in the chat who's in Cleveland, fuck you, fuck Cleveland. How can you live there?
Fuck.
I'm done. I'm done. Mic drop. Fuck Cleveland.
Is Cleveland worse than Comora?
Fuck Cleveland. No, fuck Cleveland. Cadia stands. Fuck Cleveland.
Cadia stands.
Alright, let's move along.
Yeah.
Let's keep going.
I'm sorry. I kind of blacked out there. What happened?
Well, look, you just started talking about Cleveland.
Fuck Cleveland. Yeah, I'm done.
Back to
proceeding.
normal.
Yeah.
Huh? Yeah, you get led up to this abandoned-looking factory. You head inside and find on the inside it is very much not abandoned. It has been renovated into a very fancy lab.
Interesting.
Like passes you along all of these you see like science labs, and as you go in, like unlocks the door and goes through, unlocks another door on the side, is the one behind you slams shut.
Is
And airlock security thing.
I had a quick question. So I'm guessing is this place guarded like to the
Yes.
max on the inside?
There are a lot of guards on the inside, a lot of automated stuff, security sweeps everywhere. You go through like multiple checkpoints.
Okay. And the second thing I wanted to go ahead and ask is very interesting question, but is this kind of like a sweatshop in a sense, or is this legitimately like a pharmaceutical?
Yeah,
like,
this
you know-
looks like a very fancy, very expensive like chemistry lab of some kind with a fuck ton of security.
So not like a cartel drug lab, like, you know. Okay.
This shit has money put into it.
Got it.
Yeah, this place looks like the CDC.
Interesting. Okay.
You kind of go into this airlock bit. You like gestures towards a wall, and you see there's like environment suits that you got to put on. It's got like the isolated air stuff, like a void suit, but just for contaminants in the air kind of thing. Like the pandemic suits things.
Yeah, hazmat.
Yeah, hazmat suits. That's the word. You pop those on as you head through, and you see in this area it is not chemistry labs. It's what looks like heavily reinforced like jail cells
Oh. Okay.
with like the very small windows you see. They are definitely mirrored glass, so whatever's on the inside wouldn't be able to see you. You see most of them are empty. You see you see a couple with some very shriveled looking people. One that has empty eye sockets.
Astropath.
Yes, we've done some various testings with this to see if any different effects happen so far. All forms of psychos have reacted the same way. Astropaths included.
Very interesting.
Indeed. It's quite an interesting drug.
What is the next stage that you haven't planned for it? Are you trying to find a way to specifically manufacture it for, well, more than just psychos?
Well, and I can't be giving away all my trade secrets. Letting you in on this, but I can't be telling you what my next plan is. Unless, of course, we come to some kind of deal with that. Yes, please, let me show you what I could certainly do with investors. You can see how expensive this is.
Very
Hoping to bring a tidy profit, but it is going to be a long thing. He leads you through, and you come up into, I don't know, you see like this large, like, mirrored glass on this larger containment cell. Would you like a demonstration?
Malachi kind of raises an eyebrow, or Marco raises an eyebrow to Jimmy.
Jimmy shrugs.
Yeah,
I think it'd be quite interesting. But what do you think, Marco?
Well, we need to see if this guy's stuff is legit.
So I was thinking. Very well then. Presses it into intercom. So send them in. And you see this very jittery, stick-thin looking guy comes in. As he goes in, it's like the iris like opens up in the floor, and it's like small pedestal with this like tiny little sachet of like this orange powder on it. The guy runs towards it and just eats it.
Jesus.
I find it is better to ingest it than inject it. It can also be given in a gas, but I find this has the best trade-off of results with limited lethality to the taker. It can last a few more doses this way, although it's not quite as potent. Yeah, it looks like those dripping lollipop powder. Yeah, so he like drops it down and like relaxes and like sighs out seemingly in pleasure, and then looks up. Like, well, what would you want to see this guy do? Do quite a few things.
I've heard that psychos tend to shoot fire from their hands. Let us see. Can you make this one possibly do the same?
I can make them do anything. He taps them the thing, takes that through, tells them, let us give a pyrotechnics show. And the guy like eagerly nods and holds out his hand, just fire sprouts out and like fills the entire room in seconds. And the whole room gets engulfed in this like twirling tornado of fire before it fades out, and the guy is perfectly fine.
You said, was it Majesty? The proper name for it?
Magister.
Magister. You said Magister that.
Your Majesty.
You said Magister that. You're willing to give us multiple ways, or well, multiple use or examples. Almost anything that.
What else would you wish to see him do? There are things that I can have him do, of course, but I want to see what kind of things do you want to see him do?
Well, I was very curious in regards to. Well, I usually heard that most psychos tend to stick to training. Limits their powers, but it keeps them more safe.
That is one of the benefits of this, is that it lets them bypass that, do whatever they can imagine. It's, of course, far more taxing on them, which is why they don't tend to survive many doses. Yes, they can do whatever they can imagine. And they can imagine quite a lot when the drug is in them.
So you are saying that it is up to the imagination of the psyker to do whatever they wish?
Of course.
Very interesting.
Discoursing through them, they're no longer... They don't even think about the training, they just do it. It becomes instinctual. Take even an untrained psyker, pump them full of this, and make them a match for even the strongest astropath.
Very interesting, as Malachi begins actually taking notes on his data slate. And, what about
the... give you a demonstration of the monetary value. Taps in, it's like, go for gold. And you see the door opens and a guy in another hazmat suit comes in, brings in this like small like iron ingot and sets it down, then heads back out. Then the guy looks at it, rubs his hand together, sets them on it. After a moment, you see it like slowly shift and change color and turn gold.
Transmutation.
It's more taxing to them. You can see the guys are like sweating and looking reasonably exhausted after doing it. Which it is doable.
Very interesting. I've never seen a psycho do something like that.
Indeed.
Well, amongst the many valuable materials amongst the around the Imperium of Man, what is the limitations on someone say using a powers of transmutation?
As far as I believe, simply the laws of physics. It just needs enough mass to create it. Now the iron is close enough, I believe, to use some air, some small portions of his own skin and things. It requires the sufficient mass. Other than that, they can do basically whatever.
Are they able to make complicated things, such as a weapon or gun?
If they know how to make them, yes. Plus, they would need to know how the gun works in order to create that. As shifting it to a different kind of matter. Tried to have them do more complicated things, but most do not know how guns work. So it just resembles a gun.
This is very interesting. Very, very interesting. Yeah, Malachi goes back to he kind of goes back to just taking his notes, like doing another example of saying, like, can you have him levitate for me?
Of course. Goes there through, and you see the guy just immediately floats off the ground, seemingly no effort.
Kind of like, I'm assuming he's even showing off, just like leaning back, kind of like in a lazy pose.
Yeah, it's like he leans back, flops around, does like a few tricks of floating through the air, comes back to stop, looking up, like expectantly. So they become quite docile to whoever holds their next dose.
Interesting.
It is amazingly powerful.
Oh, then. Very well, very well. What is next on our tour, then?
He's like, well, it is certainly an interesting thing. Where did you find out how to make this? I'm like, oh, yes, we heard this. Well, we heard some rumors of this. Lots of people verify them, and we know. Well, we don't know how it's made, but there is one person that can make it, and I happen to have him.
Very
I
interesting.
understand, of course, that I can't take you to see him. It is, well, he is not the healthiest individual.
Oh, really? Is that so?
Yes, he's been taken ill, working slowly while he has been here.
Oh. If it may at all be.
Which, you don't want too many people seeing him. It tends to disturb him a little bit.
Oh, well.
It's worse after each new person that he sees.
Oh, well. I understand not wanting to go ahead and disturb him, but would it be possible to see where exactly he works? Maybe behind the closed door, per se.
Only a charm.
This is gonna be with Delude, since Malachi is masking his intentions.
Huh?
0.9 degrees.
So he seems to think for a moment. It's like, very well, I can show you his lab, so you can see what it takes to make this. He leads you through and talks into something fairly quietly, so you can't really make out what exactly it says. And you come through, and you come up to this very heavily secured door. Like, it looks like you're going into a vault or something. He puts in a combination, spins some things, gets out some keys. It takes him a good 5 minutes to unlock this.
Interesting.
Goes through and does the last one that slowly slides open. You see this, a lot more Breaking Bad style, like lab.
Drug den.
It's like, all of these beakers and all the miscellaneous sciencey equipment around, things bubbling away, Bunsen burners going. You see this very complicated lab.
And do we see the individual?
No.
Okay.
This is where he is. He is on break now, so that he's not disturbed. And so meeting people tends to pain him in a way. Not sure exactly why. Perhaps it is simply how he is. Yes. Don't wish him meeting too many people.
Interesting. Well, Malachi is going to be Marco is going to begin. I love how I need to swap the accent. Marco is going to begin. He's going to begin roaming around, begin looking at all the various different chemicals and.
Be cautious. Some of it is quite delicate. Don't touch anything, please.
Oh, trust me, I do not wish to.
Jimmy joins you in looking around as well. Actually, Malachi, roll me a search.
Search.
Hey, Dad.
I will give you a. You got free reign to search it. You got Jimmy helping. I'll say a plus 30.
Okay.
Plus 40. You also have another thing related.
And okay, this is going to be a fun roll because I realize I have some modifiers of my own in regards to sight. So let's go ahead and see where this goes. 2.1 degrees.
Right. As you go looking around, you kind of look over all of these beakers, and you don't really know science or chemistry too well, so you're not really sure what that's going on. Stuff bubbling, distilling, stirring, all that. You glance around and you feeling under a table, and you feel a weird indent. Look down, you see scratched into it some writing. And
Since since Malachi knows ciphers, would he be able to read it like with Braille or anything? Or
It's not quite Braille, it's like an actual written language.
no, okay.
But you do have roll me a Forbidden Law Cycles. Say plus 20. Actually,
Okay.
warp. That's the same difference.
Okay. Let's see. Actually, that's with a
You wanna reroll that?
-1. Yeah, I want to re-roll that. Hold on. Okay. Sorry. That's going to be with a broom. Really? It's with a point
Yeah, it's
one.
like, you're like trying to read it, and it's like upside down and written weirdly. It's not the best handwriting. It's like it's definitely in code as well as in a weird language.
Deal with the devil, maybe.
So it's definitely some kind of yeah, actually deal with the devil. I'll say you'll get the gist of it. I'll say it's not really a huge thing.
Okay.
With the idea that it is definitely a secret message written in it's like an astropath dialect.
Yeah.
It's like a secret tongue astropath kind of thing.
Mhm.
It's definitely written for that. The gist of it would be like destroy this. I'm not sure what the exact specification of the message is, but it's along that lines. If you make out destroy and lab,
Destroy lab.
there's definitely more to the sentence, but that's any bits that you can make out with a quick look.
Malika's gonna go ahead and telepathy over to Jimmy, still pretending to look around, just like I found I found a secret message underneath the desk. Couldn't decipher it in time, but it's in regards to destroying the possible lab. I can't tell if this is a call for help or if maybe he might be hiding something that we could aid in, well, his
Yeah.
escape.
Most likely, it is a call for help. From what you think, from what you seem, he doesn't seem to be working here with his will. So, like, he's probably not too happy about this. Yes, we'll definitely be destroying all of this research along our way through. Hopefully, rescue him if we can. Not
Well-
just kill him.
Well, what is the plan now, since we've gotten our way this far? Do we want to try and escape with him alive?
Well, we know where it is. We can just leave, and then we can send over the Astartes. They should be able to deal with it just fine.
Well-
Likely they'll try and escape him out, maybe find if he has any secret exits.
I'm going to go ahead and try one little thing with our dear Magister real quick. I'm going to see if... Well, let's just say that I know how to make a quick exit. See if we can snag our guy out of here.
Well, you can go for it without alarming him too much. Go for it.
All right. Just stay next to me whenever if I can try and get to him in time. As Malachi is going to go ahead and he's going to approach the Magister. Just, yes, this is a very, very interesting place, you know. I'm assuming that you have him under very, very heavily. I'm assuming that this gentleman is very, very, how you say, secured, I guess, even inside of his own lab.
Because he saw what we needed to do to get into the lab.
And
Not
where
be having anybody getting in here and taking him. Or Emperor forbid him escaping.
I understand that. I'm assuming that in relation to the guards, you'll have him pretty protected on that lunch break, huh?
Of course. Yeah, he has shown an inclination to escape in the past, so I'd rather not give him the opportunity.
That is understandable, my friend. I've had to understand when people can be untrusted. Well, it begins like, visibly thinking, just, well, let us go ahead. And I'm trying to think of the right word of saying that, but I would, of course, granted, I trust your judgment, Magister, but I would actually like to go ahead and see if it would be possible to see a little bit of a demonstration in regards to making such a fine chemical. Of course.
That is what this room is. This is why he makes it.
Oh, I
I'm afraid
understand.
I don't really understand the science of it. Neither do any of my scientists.
Oh, no. I just wish to go ahead and possibly be able to get a basic description from this scientist, if at all possible. Because, granted, I do not want to go ahead and push him against the edge by any means. I don't plan to get death too far with him. But would it be at all possible that I may be able to ask him just the generalization or the general specifics of what the complex mastermind that is needed to not only, make such a fine chemical, but
Jimmy nods. He's like, "Yes, it's only be handy to know some of the ingredients. Possibly we could help with bringing those over. Just some of them are quite rare. Yeah,
Yes.
a fair connection with the rarer stuff." And roll me a charm with the plus 35.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah, from your good argument.
Allow me to go ahead and add the modifiers. 4.2.
Nice.
Nice.
Sorry for taking up. Can I pause for a second? Sorry for taking up a lot of this time, you guys.
It's
Really.
fine.
You're fine. This is fun.
It's not
Really?
like me and Holt really have anything to plan necessarily.
I didn't want it to seem
At
like
this
I
point,
was taking up a
my
lot of
arc is
stuff.
basically done with Gizmo.
Yeah.
You're good.
Like basically done.
Okay. Okay, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, he nods
You're
along.
allowed to have the spotlight. Now get on with it.
I'm not allowed. I'm too humble.
Hey, come on, stop hogging the spotlight by apologizing then. Yeah, he like nods you to that. It's like fairly well. You can see keep the meeting short if you can. I don't want to tax him too much.
Of course. I apologize for any inconvenience.
Taps his combi, so alright, bring him into the lab. Got a small meeting here. A few minutes pass, and you guys examine the room a little bit more. And then you see, this young man, probably like 16 years old, with wild red hair. He's coming up, two very large men in like carapace armor, shock batons, shock gloves, all of that stuff. Very much made to for knocking somebody out real quick.
Okay.
And, lead him up, a hand on each shoulder, almost carrying him.
Yeah.
So he comes and hi.
Are the guards not going to set him down or anything like that?
Yeah, they're actually holding him up. They have a hand on each of his shoulders.
Are you sure that? Well, I understand that heavy. Excuse me, young man. He turns over to the magister. I appreciate the quiet security, but I believe these men are kind of panicking our child. Would it be all right if they step back for a moment? I don't want them to. Well, I want to be able to have a wide brief with our dear chemist.
Understandable. There's enough security for if he tries to escape. He knows the punishment for it.
Oh, trust
He
me.
looks at him very much like, that look of when you tell off a kid for doing something bad. It's like,
naughty.
Yeah, and he looks over and gives them a nod, and the kids, the guards take the hand off his shoulder and step back down the hallway a bit. Not going out of sight, but going back a bit.
Yeah. And you see, this is a very, very. It is a pleasure to meet you, my friend. My name is Marco, and this is right here is my associate. Well, my
Jimmy.
boss.
Jimmy, how are you?
And Malachi's going to telepath to this kid, just saying, "Pretend to show me around the lab. Once I give you the signal, jump through the portal."
So you go into his head, and you feel some resistance to it, but you push past it quickly. This very light level thing, and get in.
Yeah. He just telepaths that to him.
Yeah, he resisted it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he tried to resist it, but you got it through. Yeah, it's all right. I'm by you. But let me show you.
Yeah.
Steps through nose. He glancing towards Aldridge. Is obviously very nervous.
It is all right.
Just in general, and probably about the message that he sent himself. Fuck. What's gonna happen? And I think with your skill at reading people and that, you would definitely be able to tell that he is okay, would they be better to go with? He isn't fully sure. Like he doesn't fully trust you because he has no idea who you are. This could be some kind of test.
Malachi is going to have to. Well, Malachi is going to go ahead and have to say. He's going to. Can I body read this kid to see? Yeah, I want to.
I wanted to misread that as. Can I body this kid?
Deck him in the Deck's gonna give it to you.
Deck this sickly 16-year-old.
Jesus Christ, that's a nat 1. Malachi is just like,
you
body this kid super hard.
You fucking deck him. He's dead.
You fucking killed him.
You bring out the ring. You bring him into the ring and WWE him.
Yeah, what does the high degrees do for that?
Body reading. It is up here. It is above as all. So basically, age, homeworld, languages, worlds they frequent, kind of person they are, information, based off of small injuries, plus as well as type of training that they've had.
He has not had training.
Understandable.
Can you put it in so I can just read through it all?
Yeah.
Age, he is 16 and a half.
And a half.
Yeah.
Okay. Any worlds that he's frequented, or has he been stuck here?
He's not frequented any recently. He's been mostly stuck here. His home world, I'm checking. He is from Zandarel. Which you know is weird because that is a feudal world, so apparently he got off on it. Yeah, so 16 he's from there. Worlds they frequent here. He's been here a while, most of his life seemingly.
Mm-hmm.
Languages they speak is Low Gothic and Zandarel. They have their own language, they're feudal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So what kind of person they are. Very anxious.
Yes.
He very much is not a social kid. Probably a bit of like autism and stuff there. He does not do the people well, and he's extremely anxious at this, being captured forced to science.
Yep.
And yeah, no actual combat training or anything, and quite a few small injuries and sicknesses. Like he's a fairly sickly kid. But he gets sick really easily and has a few. He's fairly weak because of it.
Damn.
So he's just like jumpy and anxious because like, oh hey, a person. They've used me for shit. He's been used a lot, so he's not a very trusting person.
I understand.
Out of necessity.
And yeah, so Malachi is going to go ahead and, with that as like, you know, they're walking, Malachi is going to telepath to Jimmy, just like, this kid is kind of entrusting of us. Is there any way that you could sneak a peek of your Inquisitor badge so that way he knows we're the real deal?
I don't have one on me.
Shit, alright. Well,
I'd
listen.
like to use them.
Listen, once I open the portal, you're gonna have to help me shove him through then.
Grab a hold of him, button him through.
Alright. And Malachi is just like, or Marco is just like, yes. This is a very interesting spot. Now tell me about this, as Malachi is going to attempt to begin making, he's going to start conjuring his, well, concentrating on conjuring his portal.
Are you going to push for this, though?
Magister, best ranking equipment. I don't think it'd be needed. Actually, well, 10 kilometers would be better than, and it'd ensue chaos.
And
Yeah,
both,
I might actually push for this one.
pushing is just better, because, you know.
Yeah.
Summon a demon
He's
in their
funny.
base and then portal out.
See you later, fuckheads. Yeah, Malachi is going to push.
Because if you fuck it up, you'll have to redo it, and they might see you and be like, stop him.
Yeah, if you fail and they catch on, it's like, oh.
Yeah.
Okay. That was a push. So
Do you
So yeah,
trigger?
that is a phenomenon.
it does it trigger? No, it doesn't.
Yeah, it
Oh,
does, because you
oh,
didn't
yeah,
roll
yeah.
doubles.
My
Yeah,
bad.
it
my
triggers
bad.
if you don't roll doubles.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and
D100 plus 20.
I'm gonna
Alright.
I'm gonna wait.
You can re-roll the D100.
I'm gonna try and re-roll that. Yeah.
Reroll one of the dice.
There we go.
34.
So you turn into a 10. So you turn into an 11.
No, Zach, I'm using a fate point to re-roll the psychic phenomenon.
No, remember, you don't need to. You have your astropath thing, so
No,
you can re-roll one of the digits for free.
No, Zach, that's for Perils of the Warp.
Yeah. Oh, is it only
Zach-
for perils? Is it not
Zach-
for phenomena?
No, and also I'm using fate points to not... I want to specifically only get tech score, and I don't want to...
Yeah, and I'm just checking because I think you can just re-roll the 10s without spending the fate.
I mean, it's fine because like it's all.
Yeah,
It's
either way.
Yeah. Also,
Either
roll
way,
your
just
1d10.
Yeah, thank you. Fuck.
God
Fuck.
damn.
I know, nobody's getting this.
Oh yeah, it's definitely perils of the warp. Yeah.
So, yeah, Malachi is like, yeah,
Yeah, so you make the portal, and then you try and bundle the kid in.
yep, with Jimmy's help.
Right.
And it is going to be a portal, specifically 10 kilometers out, so that's about 6.4 miles. Malachi is going to go the furthest.
Yeah, that'd be. Yeah, you'd be able to get back to like Jimmy's base from there.
Yeah.
You just go back to that sitting room,
Mhm.
right? And then Jimmy's going to try and bundle the kid through with your help. He'll get a bonus. Easy, you roll a 7.
Good shit.
And rolling real low this session. Wasn't even the red dice. Yeah, this portal appears, and then Jimmy just tackles the kid in, just arm around his waist, just throws him in as he dives.
Malachi, like, Malachi is
No
waiting.
hesitation, just through the portal.
They went through the portal. The guy, or Magister is really confused.
Yeah,
just
it's
like,
what you see him like reaching into his jacket, seemingly getting
Text.
reaching for a gun.
and Malachi is.
Textorn is
Yeah.
happening.
That's well. It would. Malachi's assuming that's a best quality pistol, so
Yeah,
he's just.
everything in this lab is best quality.
So Malachi is just giving him the finger while walking through the portal. As he draws it, the portal closes.
Yeah, you flip the bird, he pulls out the gun, you see him like aiming at you and fires, and then portal closes before the shot goes through. Presumably fucked something in that lab. You see he drew out an Inferno pistol.
Oh shit! Damn! Oh yeah, that was good. That was good.
That would have hurt.
That would have hurt a lot.
Or
barely contained, so you just put a fucking hole
and
through
send
the
it
wall.
back to him.
Yeah, that's right. I could have said. Hold on, I just wanted to roll a quick. Hypothetically, if it would have hit Malachi, I want to see. It would have went back to him. Oh my god! That poor fucking Magister. He just fucking dead.
Spend a fate point to
You
make
put a
that
hole in
happen
the wall
for.
instead.
Spend a fate point to make that happen because fuck you. That's
Nah,
why.
I need to spend. I need to keep
Yeah.
these last
Yeah,
2
you
fate
don't.
points.
He jumped.
Yeah.
And yeah, you dive through after them, and you see Jimmy like, on the ground with the kid, just puts the thing into his
Alright.
ear, it's like, alright,
Give
go,
me
we know the place, here's the coordinates, go.
Second here.
Sending the Startaze in. He gets up, dusts himself off, stands the kid up, he's there, it's like, freaking the fuck out. Probably in a bit of shock right now.
Malachi drops the disguise, just like, well, that worked out perfectly.
Yes, it did, that was pretty good.
Good work, boss. And you want to give the kids?
I don't know. He's seeing it. So he comes in, it's like no longer wearing the armor, just wearing this like the body glove undersuit for power armor.
Yeah.
Comes in, goes up to him, like goes down in front of him, starts checking him over. Doing some actual medical attention to him, to make sure he's not actually in shock. It's like, well, you did pretty good. You did pretty good, Malachi. We got the kids, and then we're gonna destroy that shit with the Stardust.
Thank you kindly for the compliment, Inquisitor. As Malachi says that aloud in front of that kid, hopefully to calm his ease.
The kid seems a bit too out of it. He doesn't really hear you. He's too
That's-
focused on Helena.
That's understandable. Well, yes, no. What do you plan on doing with this child, by the way? I'm assuming Inquisitive business, so censored, but
The dog will be useful in some ways, though we'll have to make sure exactly how it works and all that. Similar things, though better condition and for the good of the empire, rather than just the Magister.
yes, well,
Hopefully more volunteer psychers and other things.
please, yes, Actually,
It's dangerous, and I don't want to getting too widespread.
Inquisitor, mind if I go ahead and see something? Would it be alright if I mind probed him, possibly to determine if there is any trackers left on him? We might not be the only ones, who know about this child.
Yeah. He looks to Elena, and she's just be gentle. Don't hurt his mind or anything.
I promise. As Malachi is going to lean down to this kid, and he's going to genuinely say, "Listen there, kiddo. I need to go ahead and check your mind. And I understand this is all very scary, and well, you're probably in a lot of shock. But we're here to help you, and we just want to make sure that no more of the people like the Magister are going to come after you. All right?"
Okay.
All right. Now, it's going to feel weird as I probe into your mind, all right? But you just try and calm down. As Malachi's going to attempt to mind probe him. 5.1, no trigger.
Yeah. You do feel like he does resist it just out of like instinct, but he was a 94.
Nice.
So you good. Actually, I was going to say he got to roll what you did, but it didn't matter.
Yeah. I'm sorry, I gotta go to mind probe right now, so that way we remember what I actually did.
Just level 5 something, you'll get the info.
Level 5, level 5, you're fully in.
Yeah, but you have to roll like 5 times.
I'm pretty sure that it is reasonable to say that now I can get in.
Yeah.
Anything close to good resistance?
Nah.
Yeah, so...
Lowest he rolled was a 35, which would be 1 degree. Which, yeah, and you don't need to roll, because you got time as well, you can just keep redoing it until you get it.
Yeah. Malachi is going to go ahead and he's going to first scan, see if there's any fail safes in case the child did escape, if there's any trackers or explosive chips on him.
Yeah, you see no explosive chips, although there is a tracker, which is it's like a microchip in his neck, but you know where it is.
Malachi would tell that to Helena, saying if she was able to get rid of that or scramble that in the future.
Oh, they wouldn't know that. It was actually probably currently malfunctioning.
Oh, yeah, that's right, because of the text cord.
Yeah, and saying it's like, okay, where is it? You point to it, and she sees like this small thing. Right, this is gonna hurt. She just opens the bag, gets out a scalpel, very quickly flicks it out. It's a very small microchip. Small hole in the back of his neck, but gets it out. She slaps some synth skin on it. He goes over the thing, steps on it, crushes it, breaks it.
All right.
That's the tracker.
And Malachi is going to go ahead and he's going to begin making sure that looking at how the Magister kind of treated him, I'm assuming that it's the same in regards to just being treated like a lab rat, like a fucking a peasant.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's clearly not been fed very well. He's a little bit malnourished. There are a few minor cuts and stuff. But unsure if that was they were hitting him or if he actually cut himself on lab stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that wouldn't be exactly clear. But yeah, he is not in good health.
Okay. And Malachi is going to do one more. He wants to grab one information that may be big. So would it be all right if I spend a fate point on it? And I wanted to go ahead and grab or DM this to you in a sense because I kind of want to keep it private from the rest of the group. Yeah. But after he goes ahead, and whether he gets this information or not is up to you, he goes ahead, he lowers the mind probing on this kid, and is just basically saying, "You're in good hands, kid. Is there anything we can get? Is there anything we can get this guy to eat?"
Yeah.
Good.
Jimmy heads into his side room, comes back with a platter, sets it down. Kid's eyes it nervously, and he's like, "Oh, that's for you." Goes to town. Clearly very hungry.
Ah, boy.
Poor kid. Well, I'm glad he's all right. Well, now what do we do?
A little bit of ending point, or?
Yeah. That's probably a decent finishing up point. So I gotta head off for another game in a bit.
Yeah, fair.
That's a decent finishing up point is, Malachi has finished his mission. He's just going to do the sorting out of things. Holt and Sator have got a week to plan now for what they want to do with the Van Greys. And Gizmek and Joseph have done a bounty that was not as exciting as they thought it would be.
And got blue balled, basically.
Yeah, basically.
Just go in
I was
another
expecting to
arena
bash
and
something
fight.
or kill something, and
Just go and fight 3 arenas in a row.
Yeah, you could always just go to the arena, go on a bender, or whatever.
yeah.
I might have them help us sneak
Yeah.
into the Van Gray's party.
Ah, yes, help the orc sneak you in.
I mean, it'd be more like the orc is a distraction, which causes attention, which allows, one of us to sneak in.
Yeah, fair.
Or like,
But-
like Gizmek like kidnaps one of the people that's going in, and then like Sator with the polymorphine like slips in his place or whatever.
Gizmek
Does a
left to
single-
paint himself purple.
yeah. Does a single one of us have any actual stealth skills?
I have shit.
Nice.
Uh,
I don't.
Let's see, I have security.
Yeah.
I've got
Other
security
than
as well.
smart use of polymorphine and teleportation, I don't really have anything.
Actually, like Yosef might be the best one for this because he actually has decent stats all around,
Yeah.
and he also has like really high security. He has higher security than I do.
Oh. Yeah, wow, damn.
We could ask Mel, but we could ask Melkai for a Suicide Psyker part 2, but without it.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, I'm kind of curious on where is Malachi going to go after this? Does the Inquisitor have anything to say to him? Is it just, are we going to cover this at the beginning of next session?
Yeah.
I'm
We'll
okay.
be in next session sorting that out. And
Yeah, let's
I'll
sort
probably
out the
give you a
details with this stuff next session.
All right.
Or like in between.
Probably have
Discord.
like some
Either way.
planning because
Yeah.
honestly, I have no clue what to do with the Van Grays at the moment.
Yeah.
I'm-
Other than try
I
to
mean, the
sneak in or just...
you crump 'em.
Other than either try to sneak in or just, fucking...
Well, like the thing is, a Van Gray is also holding information hostage, and until we get like the information, until we get the things that she wants, we can't get the things that we want. So like,
we just go to war, we accuse them of being... We capture her, we accuse them of being Slaaneshi and tell the Inquisition to bombard the planet. It's fine.
The Inquisition is gonna do some dumb shit. You do that.
I'm
Exterminators.
Anywho, look, we're gonna call it there. I think that's a good ending off point. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for dropping by. Hope you had a good one. Bye.
Okay, y'all.
Bye.
bye bye.